Hi, fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. How we going, everybody? Here I am, ready for another video. How we going? Already asked that. You can't answer me. I'm talking to a camera. Got some new tattoos today. One I have to wait to reveal, sort of. Like I have put it on my Instagram, I think, but I can show you this one. Oh, it turned out so good. Ooh, let's see. Oh. Okay, so we're going to be looking at Jessie Lee Ward's one of her VIP videos that she did as a part of the recruiting bootcamp challenge, which it wasn't a challenge, it was just training, and it wasn't anything new whatsoever. So not many people got value for their money. And you know what Jessie Lee did when she was in the VIP trainings? Loose lips, baby. Loose lips. Yeah, apparently she gets a bit loose. And I think I said on my Courtney Shortney video that I did preview day three's VIP or day four's VIP. And as soon as, I would have been less than 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, so, however, we're roasting on Sunday. It's the Holy Trinity of MLM men. We've got Holy Ray, Holy Doug, and Holy Brian. So we've got the three thieves of time and money. Yeah, so that should be interesting. It's not bingo, is it? No, it is bingo. Hang on. Oh, we did Your Sober Guy. No, okay, so we did do bingo last time, so it's not bingo. Okay. All right, so we are going to get this started with Jessie Lee. I think most people know who she is. She's a Prove It sales distributor, and she's the vice president of a section of their company, but that, in my opinion, was to give her health insurance through the company using corporate greed, and to why they put her in VP? Because they're afraid that she's going to pass away, and they just want to squeeze up as much clout or whatever out of using her name before she passes away from her stage 4 cancer. That's a dim point of view. Like, not dim as in I'm not smart. I mean, as in it's bleak, like it's a bit sad, but it is what it is. And she's also got her own training course, and this thing that the recruitment bootcamp was a funnel for her platinum training, which is generously she knocked $10,000 off it. So instead of 2,000, instead of 3,000, you pay 2,000. No, sorry, 30,000. Instead of 30,000, you pay 20,000. All right, let's start watching.
All right, so why are you guys frozen for me? This crap. Not listening to me. We're watching the bonus trading, and then I answer your questions, you goofballs. Oh my goodness. All right, so why are you guys frozen for me? This crappy hotel internet. They're really just jocking my training, my style over here. How was training?
What? Jocking your style? What's that? Did she just make that word up? I wonder what her necklace says. I think it just says Jessie Lee, actually.
Training for you guys today? Anybody enjoy today?
No.
That will also be, I can't see any reactions. This is terrible. This is going to drive me nuts. Hold on. I love being able to see you. That's why I like doing VIP Zoom, so I can actually see my peeps. Let me see. Somebody help me with my internet. What do you do to make the internet faster? Do you close tabs? Is that a thing? Like, should I close tabs? Is anyone else like me? Like, you have 9,000 tabs open. Does that take bandwidth? Lord, change my settings. I'm not on a hotspot. Okay. Well, so I know that today when I went over that content calendar, I'm guessing most of you probably felt like this. You put like a yes or something in the chat. Was it like, whoa, that is so like that was so fast?
Yeah, and the lack of visuals was also really difficult because you just talked and there was a wall of sound just for 40 minutes. No, a bit less than that, but still, like it was a long time for people who you have to assume have a lower, like, so that you include everybody in your demographic, you have to simplify the language so that you can attract those people.
I'm kind of okay, good. It'll be in the workbook. So I'm just at the point of I want to give you guys so much. And so that is what and the replays, of course, are up and you'll have access to that. I don't think we're taking down the replays, by the way. So just watch them as much as you need to. Don't quote me on that. I know I'm sure my team will be like, Jessie Lee. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm implying here that I actually don't have control over my life when I am absolutely a control freak. Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm. Great.
So thank you for being part of the VIP again. I just love saying thank you to you guys for that. I'm going to scroll up to the top from where I came in, and then we have questions from before that Stephanie collected right after everything. And obviously, I know a lot of you are probably interested in platinum. You guys heard me mention that. If you have questions about that, you can just email.
No, you want them to be interested in platinum because that's your 20 grand. You don't give a fuck about anything except for that.
Support if you want to, or DM me. We can chat about it. And I saw some questions in the chat about that, so I will answer those questions too. And then let's just rock and roll, okay? All right. So, all right. Let's see. Scrolling to the top of these questions, Stephanie grabbed for me for you guys. Stephanie's such a champ. We love her so much. Okay. In 20 years, if in 20 years you haven't been wildly successful financially, how do you say that truth on social should be launched now? I think they were missing a word. I have lots of family and friends that have watched me for years. I feel my credibility has been at risk for a long time now. Do I spill the truth on social media and then say where I am going and invite them publicly in that social media share? In that social media share. So you can do a couple things with this. First of all, I think a lot of us have to decide or have to realize that what wildly successful is for you might be completely different than anybody else. For a lot of you, you might look at me as wildly successful, but I hang out with a lot of billionaires. Okay. So for me, I'm like, bruh, I'm the broke friend.
Who? Which billionaires are you hanging out with? Because Courtney's not one of them. And who else? Harvey, definitely not. That's it. That's your circle right there. You're going to talk about going to this wedding possibly, but I'm going to pause because I want to go and check my dinner. It's boiling hot, but I'll be eating it soon. Oh yeah, I love I'm the broke friend amongst my friends. Ew.
Okay, I'm not broke, but you know what I mean? It's like everything is very relative. And so I want, if nothing else, for you guys to stop being so gosh darn hard on yourselves all the time and think that everybody is looking at you and judging you and thinking that you are just the worst business owner ever.
To be fair, accurate of how I look at Jessie Lee.
The hatred of yourselves is part of the reason why many of you don't recruit the people that who you could recruit. There's probably a lot more in this though that I would say. And I think I'm probably going to go off a little bit about it tomorrow. Ask yourself how focused you've actually been, right? I don't think there's anything on earth wrong with saying, you know what, I've been doing it part-time basically for 20 years. I haven't yet been wildly successful, but I haven't really put in the time yet to be wildly successful. And now I'm about to go on my big run. And it's kind of like we talked about yesterday in VIP too. I've been with this company for 20 years. I know the ins, the outs. I know the leadership. I've seen the events. I can stand behind the products or the services. Like you're actually in a much...
20 years for the person asking the question. Okay. I'm like, she hasn't been with Prove It for 20 years, but she wasn't talking about that. Do you think I could find just a normal, like, pencil? Like, lead pencil? No. I've got only, like, really high gauges because I like... Well, they're not hard gauges. They're... Ooh. Ouch, I just burned my arm. Like, this is a 5B, and the higher the number, the softer the lead, and that means that it's sort of like easier to shade and smudge and rub out. If you go to H's, like 2H, 4H, they're hard to rub out, but very light because the lead is hard. Okay, so this is what I've got because I'm tracing some snakes.
Stronger position than you think you are. And so it just kind of goes back to, guys, love yourselves a little bit more. Okay. Like, honestly, none of you are these enormous failures that some of you think you are. You're just comparing yourself to somebody else's story. So if we stop doing that, I think we're in a much better place. All right. How do you run a 30 or 90-day challenge for your recruits? It's more like what I would do in tomorrow. We're talking about launching people, by the way. That's what day 5 is. It's going to freak some people out. I saw some comments today like that were like, I saw some comments that this doesn't help me. I'm too new. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's for everyone. Like, tell other people's stories, right?
I'm still new. Oh, and you just directed it to someone else?
But I know it just gets so overwhelming, right? When it's just the constant fire hose, and I respect that so much. So it's 30 or a 90-day run. It's really, you're going to have to outline every single thing that you want somebody to do in those 30 to 90 days. So daily methods of operation. How much do you want them to post? How much do you want them to go live? How many follow-ups do you want them to do? What kind of personal development do you want them to do? What events do you want them to go to in that period of time? What things do you want them to invest in? Maybe week 1, you ask them to buy a
events in a 90-day run? Isn't a 90-day run just more about sales? Also, sure does seem like it's not your own business if you're having to do all this for a 90-minute run, you know? Maybe it would work if we were all on equal footing. Except for Christina Smallwood, she can have, we will all get a head start on her. Okay. That's just for you, kiddo.
tripod. Maybe week 3, you ask them to buy a notebook. I mean, I'm putting this all out of order and crazy, whatever, but all this stuff, it's very step by step by step. And the whole point is really to get them engaged in those first 90 days. Also in those first 90 days, I've said this a couple times during the challenge, but your goal, as crazy as this might sound, is get people to make $1. Get people to make $1. If you get people to make $1, they realize that, hey, what you're telling me is that there's a chance, right? And so much of this profession really is just that that good bit of hope building. So 30, 90-day challenge, etc. 90-day runs are not for the faint-hearted. A lot of people will tell you that they're going to do a 90-day run and they won't. So when I'm actually launching people, I tend to be somebody who's much more on the not necessarily 30 or 60 or 90 days, but more so like a week game. Like, I'm kind of going week to week at the beginning with people, right? When I'm launching people, it's like, bring me your 2 people that support you a lot. Put me in a 3-way chat. Okay, now, hey, it's day 5. We've got a team call this day. Like, I need you to get on the team call. Hey, it's these very teeny micro assignments. Micro assignments are going to get you a lot further than dumping. Like imagine, like, if you guys go back to your day 1 in network marketing, do you remember how overwhelmed you probably felt? Like, if your upline sent you like the entire Rack website or like the whole like 19 PDFs, watch this video, do this video. You're like, what? So like, I like to make things as simple as humanly possible. To people who have a 9 to 5 in your platinum and do network marketing, are there people in platinum? Do you have people who have a 9 to 5 in your platinum and do network marketing on the side? There was a lot of variety inside of the platinum program. So one of the reasons why I wanted to pitch this to the network marketing bootcamp is because a lot of my platinums are actually not network marketers. There's a lot of people that I'm helping scale massively their traditional businesses. There are obviously network marketers too. A lot of tops in the company or mid-level ranks in companies or people making $5,000 a month in their company, and I've helped scale into 20, 25, 30, 40. So there's a lot. But it's,
hang on.
A lot of my platinums are actually not network marketers. There's a lot of people that I'm helping scale massively their traditional businesses. There are obviously network marketers too. A lot of tops in the company or mid-level ranks in companies or people making $5,000 a month in their company, and I've helped scale into 20, 25, 30, 40.
You've helped to scale them to 20, 25, 40. Interesting. I just, like, who? Have you got proof? Where are the testimonials? Do you know what I mean?
So there's a lot. But it's everything and everything in between. I actually had somebody join platinum that blew me away from day 1. She's like, the company was doTERRA. I don't know if any of you are doTERRA, but she joined doTERRA. She's like, I'm making less than $1,000 a month, but I want to go to your mastery and I want to join your platinum because I know that you can scale my business. And I was like, no pressure.
I wonder if that is Veronica. I don't think Veronica be on 1,000 a month yet. No.
So really, you're going to find anything and everyone. It's just driven people. It's a more than anything, every kind of coaching program I've ever been part of, it's the environment. It's the people inside the environment that make it so special. It's the relationships. It's, oh, well, Stephanie and Sylvia are so like, oh my gosh, I would have never met her before. And now we're best friends. Like, so there's definitely people that have 9 to 5s. There's definitely real estate people. There's network marketers. There's traditional.
Is she taking credit for friendships forming now within the accelerator? if so, run very far away. Because if she knows that you'll buy, she'll just keep selling and selling and selling and selling until they're all covered in raspberry cordial, like.
Business owners, there's coaches, there's a ton inside Platinum. It's just really getting these businesses rocking and rolling, and then we just explode together.
What would a coach need with you? Coaches coaching how to coach? Weird.
Then we all become really good friends because there's not that many Platinums, or Platinum small enough, I should say, where I really get to know you, which makes my heart so happy. Okay. What calls do you make for your team per week and per month? What do you train? It's not really a recruiting question, but you guys want to know the answer to that question? Yes, no, maybe so. I can see your faces again now, so you can react again. You're not frozen anymore. Okay, you do want to know? Okay, so again, I actually talk a little bit about this. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow a little bit, but first thing is that I think that there needs to be a team call each week, right? And I listen to some of you were like, I don't have a team yet, so what are we talking about here? If you don't have one with your team, I would really suggest you do. I just think it's an important touch base place for everybody. Now, if you are a top recruiter and you're watching this, I love a call once a week with your personal recruits. It's a great little extra add-on where it can even just be a question and answer. It doesn't have to be a big training call. Obviously, my front line is very large, so I also do what I call small group coaching on a weekly basis. And so these are just short 20-minute calls. They're basically question and answers. People are grouped into basically their level of achievement. So maybe these are people, this group is people who sell on average $10,000 a month. These people on average sell, $5,000 personal a month, $2,500, $500 a month, whatever. Because people that are all selling $500 a month are all going to have some questions. They're all stuck at the same stuff. They all need new customers, right? When you're at 2,000, so I do those small group coachings. And the rest are just calls where they're achievement based. So it might be an achievement call based off of core rank, which is going to be like a monthly call. This is not going to be a weekly call. A monthly call for higher level leadership as well. I love those too. So, and what do I train? I'm so sorry. You would just have to be on them. I'm kidding. It's way too much to explain. I'm not trying to gatekeep anything. It's just way too long of a question. It's always different. It always depends on what the actual team needs, right? Like if it's a bunch of new people, you wouldn't want to be training high level strategy. And I know today and definitely tomorrow will be like today probably for some of the newer people felt really high level. Right. For some of the people who, but like, I've always hated being parts of challenges where I'm like, I want to learn something too. And everything's just like A plus B. Oh, wait, no. 1 + 2 = 3. I was like, A plus B equals C. Jessie Lee. Okay, hold on. Let's wake up, people.
Good self-own there. Like self-own. She just loves herself so much,
But anyway, I've always hated that. So I wanted to include some high level stuff. Tomorrow I'm going to go over some AI even. So some AI strategies, but I think I make it basic enough that anybody can succeed at it. But those of you who really want to scale, you're going to see things from the perspective of like, whoa, Jessie Lee just made me $1 million, literally. All right.
Weird. Okay. When? Who's done that? No one. No one did this. No one did it from the, oops. No one did it from the challenge. No one did it from anything else because you suck.
Where do you start speaking to people on social media if you have no team yet? You just speak to people on social media. We've done a lot of branding, obviously, in day 1 or 2, but for me, it was just the consistency. So I realized, and this is how I would explain this. What can you do on social media that will get you the most attention? Write that down. That's the question you have to ask yourself. And this is not OnlyFans. That's not the answer. Okay. Keep your drawers on. Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. We all appreciate it. Thanks so much. But anyway, I love this. It's like 4 days of this. Some of you had never met me before this, right? And you're like, oh my God, I'm funny. Okay. I know some of you had no idea who I was. You found me on like a Facebook ad and you're like, this girl is like half comedian. I know. I can't help myself. Okay. I don't like being bored on trainings. So anyway, keep your clothes on. All right. Thank you.
The OnlyFans like shade continuing.
But anyway, so I started doing things that brought a lot of attention. And so I did realize in my case, maybe that would be business coaching. But I also realized that people I like doing makeup. Like, and some of you might remember this from years ago, but I used to do just like crazy stage makeup, like costume makeup. And it got me a huge following. Another thing that got me a big following was having bright backgrounds. Okay. So think about where you go live or where you're posting.
A bright background is the reason for your success. Sure.
I always had bright, like I can see on Cindy Narovsky's video, she has like a bright background. I'm just going to spotlight you for a second if you don't mind. So like I like ask if she doesn't mind and I spotlight her without her asking. Okay, so she has this super bright background right here. If I were watching her on live video, I would stop and I would watch. right? So she's not like doing anything crazy. She doesn't have a weird outfit on. She looks beautiful, obviously. You do. But this background would make me stop my scroll. Also, you could hold things up. Thank you for letting me highlight you, by the way. I know you had no idea I was going to do that. But I'm scrolling and looking. So like, it could even be stuff like I would grab props sometimes. And maybe it's not necessarily like Anna has, she's got like a heart. It might not be something like the heart sign, but something like that might actually stop your scroll. I just saw something else. I actually really like someone's background. Hold on a second. Tracy Marquardt. Like, look, I want to, oh, yeah, it's books. Sweet. Okay. So like, I like backgrounds like this too. Just anything where people go, oh, what is that? So it doesn't have to, thank you, by the way, everybody. I'm sorry if you like.
Why did that woman have like 6 of her own books possibly there? Not even Jessie Lee does that. Just has one.
Didn't want to be highlighted. I just like highlighted you and brought you up. But I found that, especially when I didn't really have a very large social media following, little stuff like that made a difference. OG Jessie Lee people might remember I had a sign that said LOLO. And it was just like, I had this prop that I would hold up. Sometimes even like, this is actually done with intentionality. I might hold up my phone like this just because I know people will say something about my pop socket. Right? Like I got this crazy glittery pop socket. So little stuff like that will make a big difference as you're starting to grow your following. But really, I don't want you guys to overthink this. Make sure your profile is, please sure your profile is public. That's a big mistake that I see a lot of people make. And just keep talking. If you keep talking and you keep putting out good quality content, not just checking the box, put out good quality content. And I'm definitely going to talk about making your content better with AI tomorrow. So
put good quality content, did you say? So why couldn't you get it together?
Like, ooh, stay tuned. It will start to hit. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm looking for some recruiting questions, honestly. So let's scroll back.
The whole thing's about recruiting.
Okay. Whatever. So, okay. Would you keep a consultant in your team Facebook group who's with another network marketing company and not very active in yours? Yeah, unless they're doing weird shenanigans. Okay. I'm like the most non-scarcity minded person. Like people want me to terminate people sometimes. Like, look, she sells lipstick now. I'm like, and what does that have to do with anything we do? Like, I don't care.
Remember what she's saying right now, okay? Because we'll see, okay?
And I just don't knock people's hustles. I just understand that person who wants to sell bath bombs and lipstick and hair care and skin care and health and wellness and shoes and socks and activewear is just never going to be a big leader. Okay. I don't look at it as a huge threat. If that person ends up being kind of like a total like mole rat and starts doing like shady things, sure.
Oh, so she doesn't knock anyone's hustle. They can sell whatever they want as long as they're still decent humans. Does that include OnlyFans? Are people allowed to OnlyFans? Because I have heard you say that you don't respect that as a side hustle. Let's see if she goes on, shall we?
Delete them. Okay. Yes. If they're cross recruiting, yes, delete them. Protect your team, of course. All right. How do you show the value of having? Yes, this is a great question. Oh, who asked this? I don't see the name, but this is so good. This is before I got on. Who asked this, you little genius? How do you show the value of having a network marketing stream of income to people who are financially successful? Was that you, Claudia? She's dancing. So, okay. I am obsessed with this comment. Question, whatever. Guys, first, number one, just because somebody looks successful, please understand the likelihood of them not being successful is much higher, meaning
this is so, like, what are you talking about? Why are you trying to debunk whether the person's successful or not? That's really weird, like, point of view to have off the bat. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless it was like everything's already dodgy. I just don't understand why this is where she went with the question. Like, even her saying that doesn't answer the question. It's like, well, some people are doing fine. They don't have to be like, have lots of savings or whatever is the indicator of having success in America. Like, just answer the question. Like, what you said it was a good question. Like, why are you avoiding telling people about how you would pitch them? You know, just answer the question. And in my opinion, The question was a plant.
They might have an Escalade parked in their driveway that does not have gas in it, meaning they might be the house that's foreclosed, meaning their healthcare practice might be the one that's going under, meaning that their business, their engineering, whatever, might be on its last leg, meaning their 6 and 7 figure, whatever, 6-figure income that they've been working at, I'm making this up, Lockheed Martin for the last whatever, Lockheed Martin's going under. No, they're not. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, layoffs happen. People are always looking for income. The second thing around this is you can, don't show them me for me to recruit them, nothing like that. Know the real stories. This is why gathering stories is so important. You don't even have to use my name, okay? Use real stories of really successful people that are also network marketers. So you can say, oh, yes, I actually respect you a lot because I know you're very successful in the television field or the health, whatever the heck they're successful in. And I wanted to actually talk to you about that because one of my friends who actually has coached me before, she has $1 billion in sales inside of her network marketing company. She herself has made over $26 million in her company. And she also owns a bunch of traditional businesses. She's also a very successful investor.
What does she do? She owns Trishul. She's not a strong speaker. I know I've been a bit mumbly Joe the last couple of ones, but
so what she has found, this is feel, felt, found, close, feel, felt, found. I know I talked about that before, right? What she has found is that the network marketing has allowed her to take all of this extra income and leverage it into her other businesses and become financially wealthy and abundant, separate of her 9-to-5, separate of her whatever, independent of, etc. And people who are business minded will eat that up. We'll eat it up. Like when I do business presentations, just so you guys know, like if I do Zoom is the new thing, not Zoom. If I do Zoom presentations, if I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation, I'm presenting my business opportunity to people. I say this all the time. I say, and if anybody on here happens to be successful, or maybe you are an entrepreneur in your own right, I just want to let you know, hi, I'm a serial entrepreneur. And that's one of the reasons I love network marketing because my other businesses, they cost me money in overhead.
You're a network marketer. You're not anything else.
Other businesses, I have to pay them. I have to pay payroll every 2 weeks. In my other businesses, I'm personally paying out commissions. In my other businesses, when something breaks, I have to fix it. What I love inside of network marketing is inventory is not controlled by me. I'm not keeping the lights on. I'm not having to really do anything except for lead a business and a team at the level that I choose to. And so what an incredible, was that useful? By the way, like that's an incredible question. If you guys want to recruit higher level people, present the opportunity to high level people. High level people tend to get it. All right. Okay. Here we go. What is your opinion on written messages versus voice clips? Have you seen a difference in connecting with people with voice clips? Voice clips are amazing for, first of all, people who send them. Okay, this would be matching energy. If you want to recruit more people, matching energy. So if somebody's sending you a voice message back is great. God bless Instagram and Facebook for giving us the 2x button lately because I hate voice messages. And people send them to me. I'm like, stop sending me your voice messages. I can't multitask when you're sending me these damn 10-minute voice messages, you goober. But anyway, but I still get sent.
She's back. Look at this. Oh, it was so good. She did such a good job. My tattoo was... Okay, I've got pie, even though it's only lunchtime. Well, it's not lunchtime. It's like 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's past lunchtime. We had an early mark today. It was great. All right, let's keep watching this. Bullshit.
I will send a voice message. And then if I'm really excited about something and maybe like time is of the essence, I will also send a short voice message. For the most part, though, I'd say 70% I'm written, 30% I'm audio. I would say that's probably about the ratio for me. All right. That's cool. What are your thoughts on a niche on providing summaries of personal growth books? Dude, not only is that a cool niche, but you could monetize that. I know this has nothing to do with network marketing, but that's a business idea. If you were to do that and you were to actually write out and summarize books for people and then have like a back end website where people could, sorry, this is just my entrepreneur brain going, okay, they pay like, I don't know, $10 a book or something. There would be a lot of people who would pay for that. All right. But I've actually.
It already exists. I think it's called Blink. I think like that exists and summarizing books. Yep. It exists.
Actually, here you go. This is a good way that I actually built some of my following as well as and some of you might remember this too. I've done book clubs publicly. So like if I'm reading a book, I'll read like a chapter from a book, basically do a chapter synopsis with people on my social media. That's another way that I actually grew my following. So
like everybody, what do you mean? Like that's not an original idea. This is what the extra money is paying for, ideas that already exist. Great.
Interesting that you asked that. All right. What is the support you provide during the time frame to your team? What action do you give yourself during this? I'm not sure I totally understand the question, but I will just tell you guys, your team's always going to need your support.
if you didn't understand the question, how are you going to answer it? I understand. It's like, well, what are the tasks you actually give to your team? And what's the time frame that you give them to fulfill what you want? Why is this so difficult? I don't understand how that was confusing, but she's not very smart. That's it.
I saw a post today from a top business owner in network marketing. He doesn't do network marketing anymore, but he does. He's he's not even a coach. I don't really know how to explain it. He runs like a network marketing website, and he was talking about how the idea of passive income doesn't actually exist. You can talk about residual income, but you shouldn't talk about passive income. And I actually love that because I agree. Just so you know, if you completely step away from your business, it's never going to be, the check is never going to stay the same size. And I think a lot of people saw this last year. We had this big COVID bump, right? Did anybody else's business grow during COVID last 3 years or whatever? You're like, oh, I'm an amazing business owner. Okay.
Oh, so you do know that people were fooling themselves about that, especially, the jump with COVID. Also, yeah, these are arguments that anti-MLM people make, that people in MLMs are not, oh God, they actually can never have passive income because they always have to work for it in some way. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So thanks for making our point for us there, JL. Like, if one of us had said that, and we have, if one of us had said it and you were responding to it, then it'd be a different story. But because somebody who used to be in network marketing and now has a network marketing website is a coach, I wonder if it's if that's the case, that like, it has to be the business from home. Maybe that's how she got to the top of that table, because that's the place where she is listed as being number one.
Then people made more money than they thought they ever would. And, they do one TikTok, they get 300 customers and 10 recruits, and they think that everything, whatever. I love that you guys are on here furthering your education in this, because I think it is so wildly important. I don't even know where to begin. But I will just tell you, basically the gap has closed down. And the interesting thing then is that there's a bunch of people who think that that something maybe was, I don't really know. They just kind of backed away from their team. When COVID was happening, leaders actually stopped leading. I don't know if you saw this, if anybody else experienced this. It was like leaders' checks were so big that they started taking these lavish vacations. They started totally backing away from their team. It was like, everyone's making money, so I don't need to run incentives anymore. And now they're seeing the repercussions of that. So support is something you always have to have. It's just like any other business. Support can look different ways. Maybe you don't have to handhold. Maybe you start training more leaders than whatever as you continue to grow and scale. But support is something that will happen forever. All right. Okie dokie.
What was the question?
Oh, Lord. I don't know who asked this either. I can't see the name yet. And I'll go back after this one. I'll go to the chat. How do you deal with people who recruited that told you they need to be babied to stay in the company? They legit said they need me to baby, in caps, them step by step. Example brought was to tell them what to click. I don't mind helping, but I'm becoming stressed out and I don't want to show it to them either. Please help me. Oh, this is easy. Stop helping that person. Okay. You did not sign up to be somebody's babysitter. You are not their daycare provider. Okay. If a grown flippin' adult who claims to want to run a business needs you to tell them where to click, I'm sorry. What? No, like, you're literally not meant for this business, because you're not meant for any business. Like, you need to go to daycare. That's just not a thing.
Jessie Lee Ward's core value, number one, kindness. She just, hang on.
And that's not even an employee mindset. Can you imagine having a job? I don't even care if it's McDonald's. You can probably ask day one, what button do I click for? Do I want fries with that? After day one, you can't ask questions like that or you're fired from McDonald's. Okay. Like, you get to ask about supersizing one time before the person fires you. Okay. So this is crazy. That's an extreme level of entitlement. Whoever asked that question, whoever's dealing with that kind of personality type. And your easiest thing to do is not bring attention to it. Your easiest thing to do is simply stop responding. Because if you're responding to it, do you know what you're being? An enabler.
Yeah, whisper that word in there, JL. You know why? Because it reveals that you know what an enabler is. And therefore, you know exactly what your yes people who are surrounding you, they enable you to be a hateful bigot. Now, look, the question asked was about providing support for somebody who was very needy. Now, I cannot imagine how annoying it would be to have a business that's like Jessie Lee's, and you hit somebody who, sorry, not hit them, you recruit somebody who is not technologically minded at all, okay? They are going to need, okay, so you've got to find, can you see the button that says submit? Scroll down. You know, like they are going to need some instruction like this. However, how do we know what was said before this conversation? Because the person who needed help in that situation was clearly communicating that that's what they needed to happen, right? So as the person, the upline or the sponsor, you will have had a conversation with them about the support you'd provide. So if this person has communicated clearly that they do not know what to do technologically, that you are going to have to talk them through which buttons to press and where to do things, and they join you on the proviso that you will help them with that, then Jessie Lee just gave you the worst fucking advice I ever heard, you know? Like, she didn't even ask any clarifying questions, like, what did you say to them when you recruited? Because that makes a difference. If you've promised support, then they deserve the support. Like, give them the fucking support. Does it sound annoying? Yeah, so don't promise that sort of support. The person has done, whoever was being recruited has done the right thing by saying, I need this level of help, okay, with what this is. It's not like McDonald's, and you wouldn't have a fucking clue what it would be like to work in the service industry, okay? I imagine that there's training that goes into McDonald's. There's videos. There's like McDonald's trains you better than your MLM. That's for sure, okay? Because like everything at McDonald's has streamlined and it has to be efficient. It has to run like this. MLMs are different. So yeah, ghosting somebody that you promised to support, guess what? They're going to leave. So that's not really a way of recruiting, Jessie Lee. That's more like driving people away, but good for you, hey? Real kind and caring.
Okay. An enabler. And you know what? That one person is, that person's never going to be your big leader. I promise you, that person's never going to be the person that runs with you by your side. That person's never going to be the person that's the big difference maker in your business. And the big difference maker who's going to be in your business is probably sitting there like Carol with a baby on her lap. She's got a newborn on her lap. She's still on this call. She's still taking notes. I don't know how she's doing it all. How is she doing it all? She didn't ask for a link. She found her way to the VIP Zoom.
That's not really a good example, but well, it's really fucking like we get it. You think that person is way below you, and you like they're like the way she's going on about it now is a bit much, really. Okay, they're a piece of shit. Move on.
You know, it's like there's winners all around the world. Why are we spending time with people who are, I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. If y'all want to handhold and open a babysitting center, by all means, but
They're backhanded fucking. That backhanded comment, like, well, if that's how you want to make your business. No, that's not really what it's about. You're meant to be helping people with their recruiting. Like, that's not a good recruiting tactic. Okay, again, the context of how that person was signed up is really important. Can you see Wilbur's legs? Just his little legs there. Wilbur. 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 Winnie. Wilbur. They don't want to talk to me. Fine. When I get to the end of this pie, I bet you they will.
that ain't for me. It ain't for me. All right. Okay. Look, Caroline's got a baby on her lap too. What? We got a bunch of babies in here. I love this. Caroline's got her baby. Carol's got her baby. All right. Now I'm like scrolling looking for babies on here. I love.
Please stop talking like that. Why? Why do you talk like that? And people with babies, enjoy the time with your baby. Get off this VIP Zoom. I know it happened 2 weeks ago, but oh, that's a still from 12th night, but I'm watching with my year 10s. So
This now I'm on a baby hunt. All right. I'm kidding. I'm not on a baby hunt. That sounded very bad. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Let's continue. continue the questions. I don't know. I'm in a goofy mood today, guys. No, y'all in a good mood today? Is everyone's energy good? It's Thursday. It's almost Friday. Ooh, okay. All right, let's keep going. All right. How do you appeal to nurses? A lot of nurses I know are overworked. The last thing they want to do is attempt a new business on their free time.
Leave nurses alone. And teachers. Leave nurses and teachers alone, please. Is this really all that VIP was? Just the Q&A?
Okay, great question. So I love nurses. I said this yesterday to you guys. Nurses care so much about people. Nurses are kind of the slow game. Nurses are the people where they jump in with product first, usually the product or the service. Okay. Once their life has been changed, nurses cannot help themselves but tell other nurses on the same shift. Okay. This is I'm telling you, this is the nurse progression. If there's any nurses in here, tell me if I'm wrong or tell me if I'm right.
Are you sure? I don't know if people would tell you if you were wrong and you'd listen, but
this is how it happens. So then they start sharing, oh yeah, I have this long lasting makeup or whatever. Okay. That's why he never, oh, I know we're nurses, but like, let me give you some oils. Okay. You're a little sniffly. Okay. Like whatever. That's what they do. They just start, whatever. Okay. This is how these nurses operate. And so they'll start to gather.
No, they won't be giving oils to people. Okay. Like that, like sneaky. And having it sneaky like that seems like, why would it need to be sneaky? Is it because it's a little bit dodgy to be using your MLM product on patients? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Customers naturally. And if you give good customer support to these nurses, they will say, yes, my friend Amber Lee has been asking about whatever. My Tara works 12s with me too. And so she's been asking questions. Yeah. Diane was asking me, like, how do I get her some of those energy drinks too? Because we are working 12s, like I said, and we are exhausted. And the doctor, whatever, that's how it starts. Okay. And then you have to show them how they can work this business between their free time in their shifts. Okay. Because nurses are very creative. So you can show them, oh yeah, here's these scripts you can send. Just send this when you're walking to the bathroom. Just send this when you're sitting down in between whatever. If you get a chance to do this, just do this. It shouldn't take too much time. We can build a firm foundation.
So right now she's actively encouraging nurses to be thinking about MLM business while they are at work as nurses, where their primary attention should be on providing patient care and doctor support. It's like that woman from Optavia who was saying that she was hiding in a cupboard to do her Optavia business and don't tell her principal. Yeah. And, like even myself as a YouTuber, I have to declare that with my employer and say that I have a second job. Obviously, I haven't been paid yet, so I haven't done it yet. But once I have some sort of extra stream of income, then I will let them know because my primary job is my teaching job. Nothing should come at the expense of that. Whatever's happening, the first job that is the priority is the teaching job. And if anything were to be interfering with that would be a problem. So like if I was working in another school and taking days off to work in another school or something like that, yeah. Or like if I was YouTubing at school instead of, then it'd be a problem.
We can go from there. Nurses are savvy. Like these women are men and women are smart. They are like time savants. Okay. They are working with like 9 patients at the same time that they're thinking about what they're going to cook their family after their 12-hour shift is over. Like they can do everything. Do not discount nurses. I know they're overworked. And that's actually one of those things that in the long run will become one of the things that helps them potentially get out of their nursing career and they switch into just helping people in network marketing.
Ew. That's bad. We don't want, like, why would anyone want to give up nursing if it's something they're very passionate about to help in network marketing? Oh God, it's so bleak.
Is that useful? Good stuff. Okay, good. Let's see.
No.
This question Marjorie asked about being overwhelmed. and sometimes only getting her income producing activities completed. And then you're in Facebook jail on and off. How do you stay away from that? Okay, my only tip for staying out of Facebook jail, I'm in Facebook jail right now. I can't comment back to you guys. But my only tip for staying out of Facebook jail is make sure you use different platforms. So when you're Facebook's, like do 10 minutes on Facebook, jump to Instagram for 10 minutes, jump to TikTok for 10 minutes, back to Facebook 10 minutes, and do different tasks. So 10 minutes of commenting, then you go do 10 minutes of commenting on Instagram, 10 minutes of commenting on TikTok. Then you do 10 minutes of repost of DMs on Facebook, 10 minutes of DMs on Instagram, 10 minutes of DMs on whatchamacallit, TikTok. Then maybe it's 10 minutes of groups and group engagements and clicking like, and you get the point. Like,
we're not going to talk about like why are people in Facebook jail? Not gonna talk about that. I can't imagine. Like, I don't even really know how it works. But I know that I think it's usually it usually happens when they're sending too many friend requests. Yeah, so do you want to think about analyzing why? Why would you be in Facebook jail? Why would that be a problem, hey? Everybody? Have a think about it. Rather than just blindly, following what this person is saying. Oh, here's how to avoid it. Here's how to avoid it. No, for starters, she should not be recommending any use of social media, the platforms that she is using, because MLMs are not supposed to be running on social media. Like it goes against the terms of service. So can you just dig a little deeper, people?
you have to break up the time schedule or else you're going to get locked up. And if you don't know what Facebook jail is, it's where Facebook literally will put like a little red exclamation point next to everything you're trying to do. Facebook's a bunch of hating ass hoes. I'm kidding. All right. But they will put these little exclamation marks next to stuff and you can't do anything.
Stop using Facebook for your MLM then if you don't want to be in fucking Facebook jail. Real easy. Real easy.
All right. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Okay, you're blessed to be part of a new company that is service-based, Claire says. The people who saw the vision jumped right on. You're over 50 and you want to appeal to younger people. Any suggestions? Yep. This isn't anything for any of you. It doesn't matter about the age, about the demographic, about anything. The way you recruit certain people is by, I'll take a notes, fixing the problems that those people have. So if you specifically want to appeal to younger people, I don't know what service-based company this is. Let's say it's energy. When I wasn't, you're going to start telling stories about, do you know what it's like to be in college and you're trying to decide which internet provider you're going to get and save money trying to bundle your packages. How many of you remember this, by the way? This is like your real story. You're in college and they're sending you all these options and you're like, why does this cost so much just to have Wi-Fi in my apartment so I can do my homework for college, right? And then you might even have to get into a smaller apartment to afford your electric bill. Like you're telling stories like this that make it easier. Or younger people, what do younger people want to do? Are you sick of being like these old people who always get pen and, they get out their written bills? Well, we have an innovative product that everything's in an app. I'm such an old person, by the way. I hate apps. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still pen and paper everything. I'm like, send me my written bills. I don't trust any of you fools with your freaking apps. Mail me my stuff. Mail me my bills. All right. So anyway, I don't know. I think I'm bored in like that. I'm an elder millennial,
Just pause. I solemnly swear that everything I say is a lie and I've never been honest ever, ever. That's what this is the pause story. I'm Gen X and we at my workplace, we're basically all online. We're all computers. There's even the students have a computer. All of them are supposed to have access to one. There's some obviously with lower socioeconomic who are provided with computers when they come to school, but they just can't take them home. Yeah. I'm old. I'm like, I think 10 years older than her. And, I don't care about written down bills. I just don't care either way. And it's quite funny that, she's like, so.
That's what we're called. And so I'm in that weird gap where it's like, I like the internet. I appreciate the internet, but I still know what it's like to build, like I still do stuff in person so much. I'm still so old school in certain things. I just got a Kindle 3 weeks ago, guys, you know, like hard to believe. I know, but I was like, no, I like my paperback books. Anyway. All right. Is the one-on-one coaching for platinum only available for those who pay yearly? So the 3 deals that I put out today for you guys, no matter how you pay, it's a yearly program. This is only available for boot campers. Usually you have to do the 20 grand up front. Boom. Well, it's 30 grand now, except for you guys. So you have
I apologize if you are not looking at the screen because that was from me. It was the face of judgment because, god damn, it's just she's just so blatantly money grubbing. You know, like join my program and give me all your money. Ugh. That's it.
have to usually pay it up front. So the one-on-one coaching call you still get will still be available for all of you, no matter which level you sign up for. Whether it's all the same level. Whether you choose to do yearly and just get it out of the way, whether you do the quarterly payments or whether you do yearly, and obviously the yearly payment ends up being the cheapest. So if that's an option for you guys, let's see. Just relaunched my business, Natalie says, and sent 70 personal invites, and only one person showed up, but it was the right one. He wants to work with me, and I told him the best thing he can do is connect with me with all other people who need me. And he said, great, my daughter needs to work with you, and she's standing right next to me. So, it's not a question. It only takes one attendee, one new client, and one new team referral. Heck yeah, Natalie. Guys, okay, hold on, just like a tangent for a second. You are always only one person away. And I don't know who needs to hear that. Okay. If you're frustrated in your business and you feel like it has been a grind for years for some of you, you are still one person away. One person who wants to run with you. One person who's going to push you. One person who understands the vision. One person who wants to go to the top of the compensation plan. One person away. Every single one of you. One connection. That's why I joined all these masterminds and stuff like that. These high level coaching programs. I just burped on all of you. I'm sorry. It was tea. Sorry. That's how you know it's live. Right. Is that I knew I had this feeling. I don't know if any of you have ever felt this before. I just had this gut feeling that I was one connection away from my whole life changing. Like 4 years ago, I was stuck in this plateau, which it's not a bad plateau. I was making like $5-6 million a year. And I was like, I need to make more. I need to impact more. Okay. And I was like, I feel like everyone knows everyone, but then I'm like one level below them. Does that make
No, it doesn't make sense. It sounds kind of desperate and also fucking greedy as shit if you're making like $5-6 million a year. Because I don't think like she has said that she makes more than that now. No, less than that. She said that she's made like 20 something total, or she's worth 20 something total, or something like that. The math is not mathing on that one for me.
sense to anyone? Like I can visually see what I'm trying to say, but does that make sense to anybody? I felt like all these people were up here making crazy impact and huge followers and enormous podcasts. And it was like there was a gatekeeper, but I didn't know who the gatekeeper was. Again, okay, we have nodding, so you know what I'm talking about.
It just sounds like money grubbing, to me. It's all just like, I'm so good. I know all the right people and I have all the right moves and I am fantastic because I know all the people I need to know now. Ew.
And then I was here. And so what I realized was, okay, if I join some of these masterminds, they have to meet me because they're there. They're in that network, right? And so then I found like this one person. So here's me. I got to that person and then I opened up this whole world. So if you see this massive Jessie Lee explosion over the last 3 years, well, that's when I started paying $100,000 a year to get in rooms. And I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever spent money on. This is crazy. And the next thing you know, it's like, boom, I'm friends with, name them. I'm friends with all of them. You guys all.
A bunch of like it's the self-help circle jerk. You're all just a bunch of dickheads, honestly, in my opinion. Like Ed Milet and Brendan Burchard, fucking Mel Robbins, fucking, they're all bullshitters. They're all built their Dean Graziosi, fucking Tony Robbins. They're all just grifters. Does their grift work? Yep. They're rich. They are. But I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Their lives seem like it's a constant, like, you're constantly on the hamster wheel, trying to get one more dollar, because you can't just rest as one of those people, because it will all come crashing down. And you just have to keep up the grift.
All the what I'm going to this weekend, right? Like how I am now in that circle of people. It's like the one room. It's the one connection. It's the one person. So I love that Natalie's having that with her recruiting as well. Once you get your brand message niche clear, you'll be joining platinum.
I'm going to listen to that again, but how did that story from Natalie, like, why do you have to, like, she was just saying somebody joined and then the other person joined, and you had to tell a story about how you name billionaires. Ew, she's just got to one-up everybody,
The one connection. It's the one person. So I love that Natalie's having that with her recruiting as well. Once you get your brand message niche clear, you'll be joining platinum. It's always going to change. Like not platinum, like your brand and your messaging and your niching, mine's changed repeatedly. So, all right, question, Julie.
Whoever, I'm very suspicious of anyone who's mentioning platinum. I would say that it's probably coming from, call is coming from inside the house on that one.
Juliana, if you had to start over at a new company and new social media accounts tomorrow, what would your first steps be and what would your first month's actions be? Okay. So I would, first of all, do everything that I knew worked really well. So it would be stuff like the clamming in the groups like we talked about in the webinar. It would be like the going live, obviously. It would be doing trends just to get more followers. It would also be reaching out specifically to maybe my top followers and letting them know, hey, can you reshare me? My stuff has been hacked. However, I'm going to say something that might be kind of crazy. Some of you might have heard me say this on a podcast recently, but my thing about the thing you should know about Jessie Lee is I'm always willing to do what other people aren't willing to do to get what other people will never have. Okay. So my example of this is going to sound very crazy to you. But
like taking a group of her top leaders to Colombia, taking them on an endurance hike without telling them, and making them, just pushing them as far as you could see, as far as you could, to see whether they would push back, and they didn't. Also, have you guys plankton? Have you heard about it? Plankton? Plankton. Jessie Lee, it is not a secret that you do things and you're willing to do things that other people are not. Please tell us all about the shady shit you're doing. Let's go.
right now, I have this feeling, and it's not just a feeling, it's a knowing, that door-to-door sales is making the world's biggest comeback. And so if everything was taken away from me, I am telling you right now, I would put on my most professional looking outfit and I would go flipping door to door, knocking, inviting to a network marketing event on Friday night. Here's your invitation. I'm looking for people who are...
Okay. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No. People have Ring doorbells, right? They can see that it's stranger. Oh, I'm not home right now. I know that I haven't got one at the moment, but I used to when I lived in a bigger town. No soliciting. Like, I don't want people to come to my door. Get the fuck out. Get out of my house. What are you doing? Like, get out. No. Unless you are an Uber, Instacart, whatever. Delivering pizzas? Yes. Unannounced visitor? Definitely no. She's off, way off here. And everyone's going to say,
I'm interested in making money from home. I'm looking for people who have some extra free time and want to make some supplemental income in this economy. I'm looking for, like, I would be changing my pitch every door. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm looking for mom. Oh, you see the mom with the baby on her hip. I'm looking for moms who want, like, I would literally be going like a flippin' crazy person door to door because no one's doing it. But we're in a really unique, this is like $1 billion, not billion. This is a multi-million dollar tip for some of you though. I'm not even kidding. Because most of you, you don't even know your next door neighbor, if we're being honest, right? You don't even know who that person is, you weirdos. But anyway, I love you, you're weird, you're so strange. But we went into this, like, it changed, right? You used to open the door all the time, and then
what the fuck was that? Hey. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel uncomfortable with how she's talking to people, because it seems so informal, but it shouldn't be. Like, I know that it's a VIP experience and you sell your friendship, but I don't know. It's so weird when she says, I love you. Gross.
I think there must have been some horror films that were like, if you open your door, you're definitely getting shot. Okay, and so we all stopped that.
Yeah, don't joke about it. It's happened more than once this year. There was a mother of 3 children who went to the neighbor's door and was shot through the door in front of her children. And it took them a while even to just arrest this nasty old racist bitch who shot somebody. So don't fucking joke about it. It's happening and it's not a fucking joke. Jesus. Read the fucking room.
And then when people would ring your doorbell with like delivery, you'd be like, you would literally like pull the curtain, you know, oh, there's a curtain here. So I can be like, you'd be like, no one's here. You know, like we would hide. We had like that stage where you would hide. The pizza guy would come and you ring the doorbell. You'd be like, I'm not getting the door. Put the DoorDash down. Put the DoorDash down and no one gets hurt. Okay. And then we just turned into a society. That was funny, guys. You're allowed to laugh at my funny jokes. Okay. Gosh, like wake up. Her personality, please. But anyway, and
then okay, JL, look. Let's talk about some comedy writing here now. I'm going to toot my own horn, but I have written a few funny things in my time. Please see my long-standing joke on this channel, the pot calling the kettle black phone call. It's my longest-running joke, I think. Yeah, so I just got to tell you, it's a little bit of feedback, okay? Telling people that the thing you just said was funny is not a good way to make people laugh at it. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can't, like, people laugh or they don't. You gotta live and die by the laughter, okay? Speaking like, you know, metaphorically, you know, naturally, because we were just talking about death a second ago. So,
and things changed because now we're in the society where, you know, like how many of you remember when you grew up and your parents would say, don't ever get in cars with strangers. Do not get in cars with strangers. It is dangerous. Now, not only do we get in cars with strangers, we summon them to us. We summon strangers to our location, and then we tell them our other confidential location that we would like for them to take us to. It's called Uber. Okay, so like times have changed. So now we do everything. We Instacart everything. We DoorDash everything. We order all of our food. People don't cook anymore. Like whatever. Everything is ding dong these days. Ding 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 dong.
Yeah, but no, you. That's stuff we want to come to my house, to our house. I cook. Excuse me. I was eating the pie that I cooked before a second ago. I cook.
So I think we're in a super unique stage right now where you could, if I lost everything today, I'd be door knocking tomorrow because people open their doors again now. So I don't know if that's weird, but I'd still do all my social media stuff. But I think that if I needed to make the money really fast, I would be doing that. All right. How do you begin doing team meetings if you don't have a team yet? Just collaborate with teams around you. Just get or at least be on team calls. Some of you don't have a team.
How do I get on teams? Collaborate with your team? So the way to get in a team, to build a team, is to get in a team. I don't think that was very helpful, Jessie Lee. That's kind of redundant, really. Okay.
At all yet. Make sure you're learning from your uplines. Maybe you're learning the flow that they have, their structure of their calls, and ask if you can collaborate with them. Okay. The replays of this, make sure you guys have check your junk mail, spam. If you're not getting your replays of these VIP days, all of you are getting those sent to you though. Okay. All right. I think Denise doesn't know how to put her sound on, so if somebody can help her. She says she's gotten absolutely nothing from this program. She can't even hear this with replays. I think her sound is off on her computer, so if somebody can help her, that would probably be... I guess she just thinks everybody's staring at me. I feel like I'm cute, but I feel like you wouldn't just sit here and stare at me for hours on end. 10 hours later of just staring at Jessie Lee, waiting to hear from her. Oh, gosh. Okay, bonus training today was really good with Jamie. If you didn't get to check it out, make sure you do. It's really good step by step. Okay. When you said, Caroline says, when you said that you replied to Instagram comments, content reactions and replies, an emoji with an emoji, a sentence with a sentence, etc., what to do and how to react with the people who click like on your content. Oh, the clicking likes on my content, I message them I message everyone, okay? And it's always the same. So it's always the same. And by the way, you can only send so many at a time. So if you're like, I've never gotten that message from you. It's just because I don't want to continue to go to jail. I need to still send my DMs back to all of the other things that I get tagged in, right? But it's just the same script that I've given you guys a couple times now. But it would just be like, hey Denise, thank you so much for commenting or for clicking like on my post. I really appreciate it. I was just wondering, are you being supportive or would you like some more information about what I do? Either way, thank you. I appreciate you. And that's it. I send it to everyone. So it doesn't matter if it's a comment, a like, a share, anything. I just want to start as many conversations as possible because conversations are currency in recruiting. Shauna Lambert just signed up for platinum. Let's go. Yeah, Shauna. I love that. It's in the chat. So I'll give you a shout out. I'll give y'all shout outs if you want to comment in the chat. Oh, she's right here on the front screen too. Cutie patootie. Can't wait to get to know you. You love the green on me. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's see. It was very fast but awesome today. Yeah, I couldn't see people's faces, but I could feel their faces. You know, I could feel their faces when I was giving those content calendars.
If that's the case, then why didn't you slow the fuck down or write something down? As it is, the booklet, the work booklet, is just a wall of fucking, like, words as well. It's not real useful if you were to have a content calendar that said week 1 / this, that, this, week 2 / this, like what, break it down, break the steps down. Yeah, so great job, JL, real good job.
Today. I was like, oopsies. All right, here we go. That workbook is going to be pure freaking gold. Yes, it is. And you guys all get it for free already. What is Spirit Week? Okay, great question. Good. So Spirit Week, I guess I said it like twice today, and I could tell people were like a little confused. Spirit Week is just, for me, your team and your recruiting will be higher if you have a culture that people want to be part of. Okay, it's like the idea of the crowns up, etc., things like that. Spirit Week is just like, do you remember in high school? Do you guys remember in grade school, high school, whatever? It would be like day 1, crazy hair day, Monday, crazy hair day, Tuesday, each class wears their color, like freshmen wear white and sophomores wear blue and blah, 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 whatever. Day 3 is I don't even, shoot, I don't know. You guys probably type in stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about now though, right? Like I'm not the creative one, so good point. So we will do this actually with our teams to build more culture and also increase the numbers of people on Zoom. So we will have a theme. We only do this every couple of months, but there will be a theme where we tell people what the theme is of the day and they continue to show up like that. And so it just kind of brings some extra fun. It brings in a little bit of excitement. It just changes and kind of spices some stuff up. Because sometimes what we do can become monotonous, right? Sometimes what you do can just become kind of like, great, here we go again. And so I just like to allow a little bit of fun and a little bit of play. And then we tend to do it incentives around it. So our team name is the Empire. So we always have an Empire Day, and it's not even just for the swag, like they can wear team swag, but like the person who won one year, I'll never forget. She dressed up as a queen. Like she had this enormous tutu. It was the craziest looking costume. It looked like a full crown. I don't even know where she got it from. But it was really cool. And it just brought in so much camaraderie. And so I think sometimes when we are, we're thinking business,
a costume brought in camaraderie. Maybe like fostered a sense of camaraderie, not brought it in. That's just her mistake for the way she phrased that. I don't know. I'm really tired. What time is it? Oh, nearly 4 o'clock. Okay. I'll keep going. Oh, God damn it. 12:09.
we forget that these are real people, and like work is boring. Work sometimes gets casual Fridays at wherever you work. I like to have fun. You keep blowing my mind, Jessie Lee. Thank you, Diane and Daniel.
No, you don't. You don't like to have fun. You like to make people's lives more difficult.
Let's see. Are you making that boot camp evergreen so we can get our team on it? They can continue. You can continue to purchase. Yes, they can continue to purchase. And then will we probably make it like a course of some kind? Yeah, probably. I don't have any timeline for that though. And then obviously it won't be just the $17. So you guys are the smarty parties who got in for that price. And then VIP would not make sense for people to pay more for VIP because these are your personal questions. We are keeping the replays. Don't worry. Appreciate the question on my back. It's actually kidney stones. So I don't know if anybody has had kidney stones before. I knew I wasn't being crazy. Like I was like, this is the worst pain of my life. Like I'm barfing and I'm crying. Like this is crazy. But I have tramadol now. So thank you. Modern medicine.
I'm surprised that she is using that, but also what else was I going to say? There's something I thought about the Remote control. No, remote control, no. What am I after here? I think I'm going to stop because I'm tired. I'll come back to it later. It's still the same day. But I've eaten. Well, I was eating before actually. It's dinner before was lunch. Okay. Still pie. I'm all about pie. A moment. I'm like, what's on my arm? Paint? No. Tattoos. Tattoos. Oh, let's keep going with this beers.
Okay. And then, yeah, we'll find out. Well, I'm a little nervous to give birth to this kidney stone or kidney stones. We'll see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. How do you not get stuck on the notification scroll on Facebook? I feel like I need to scroll through so I can connect and respond to people. Great.
So she was going through lots of pain at this time because she had kidney stones, which is a possible side effect to too much vitamin C. If you're taking an excess of vitamin C, thinking that it's going to cure your cancer, that could possibly happen. Also, like, this is what Erin said as well. If vitamin C cured cancer, everyone would be taking it. Yeah? Okay.
Question, Ernie, set a timer. Okay. This could be another one of your 10-minute things. So 10 minutes DMs, 10 minutes comments, 10 minutes scrolling and clicking like, 10 minutes, whatever. Like that's how you do that. Okay. Otherwise, the worst offender is TikTok. Okay. Especially once TikTok starts to learn who you are, that algorithm can suck you in like a vortex. Okay. So set timers and I really suggest you actually set it on your actual phone. So it's like, you know, so you're like, oh man. All right. Time's up. All right. Let's see.
I hate it. This sounds really time consuming. You just got to cycle through 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And isn't it your own business? That's what they say.
Okay. Here we go. I'm talking today about a series on social about team, recruiting, culture, etc. What if all of your content to date has been health tips, not business? Amazing. Perfect. They already respect you. If you already have a respectable health conversation, it is so easy to bring in business. That's why niching is important, by the way, guys, because if you're an expert in one area, when you start to bring something in about a business, they go, oh, well, Karen's been so smart before in the past about this. I'm willing to hear information about what.
No. You know what, though? You're looking at it with your brain. Everybody else is going to go, what the fuck is this shit? Karen, thanks for the health tips. Been loving them. Why all of a sudden are you doing this? I think that's what you'll find will happen. Like, you have a dedicated audience that you've been providing all the health tips for in this scenario that she's talking about. If you start talking about something different that's not connected, no, people are not going to like it. They'll be like, oh, I don't really.
She has to say about a business opportunity. Yeah, of course. Okay, well, Anna has always been a resource for me about this. Yeah, I guess I'll listen to her presentation. That really goes back again to like that 10-4-1. If you're leading so much with value, by the time you bring something up that is business related or totally separate, people are like, yeah, that's my person. I'm going to listen to her. Right? That's how you really build the influence. Okay. The content calendar today was.
That's my person. No. It just normal people aren't like that. Maybe MLM people will think that. But non-MLM people, which is the majority of people, they're not going to like it. No, ma'am.
Focusing on all business posts. That is on top of all the other posts, correct? That for me is just, I wanted to give you an idea and a structure about how you can start to visualize, because I'm a visual person, like visualize the calendar of your actual content. So if I were trying to actually scale the business, those are the kinds of posts that I would have. That could be like those could be your 4 posts each day, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like because it's obviously alluding to having a business, but there's nothing hard hitting in it. And then you would definitely want to sprinkle in some of those, here's my outfit of the day, or here's my hair care routine, or hey, selfie with me and my boyfriend, or whatever inside of everything. But I wanted to give people kind of like that business structure. Again, I know it was a bit higher level for some people, but I want.
No, it wasn't higher level. It just seemed like that because you talked through a month-long fucking content calendar. You verbally said it without showing a single like visual aid, which you just said you're visual, so you weren't even catering for somebody who learns like you do. Are you fucking kidding me? It wasn't higher. They were simple concepts. The problem was how you presented it. God damn.
Wanted to give people a business structure and a content calendar that they could start building their business off of.
Yeah, well, not that one, because they would have to watch it 10 more times to write down what to do.
How do you recruit traditional business owners with a customer loyalty program?
I'm really pissed off about the fucking content calendar. It's just that I've seen Danielle Mioli talk about it. Mm-hmm. And she used visuals. Danielle Mioli, not real savvy with the technology. Okay? So if somebody who is, I would say that Danielle, maybe she's Gen X, but she's definitely more baby boomer with what she believes. Like Jessie Lee, I'm Gen X and I'm more technologically advanced than you. And so Erin too, you know? Erin Bees, remember her? Um, yeah, like I'm just annoyed because she thinks she's so fantastic and she's not. It's like that was shit. Your shit, your training shit, it wasn't useful for business, pleasure, whatever. It was terrible, terrible advice.
Then leverage their traditional business to build a huge organization with them. So the way I've done this in the past is this has worked really well with in-person stuff, giving these people resources where they can build things in person. So health professionals have been really easy to do this with. You can get them brochures. You can also have them almost have these kinds of things built into programs with their current customers. This is more of a sit down conversation. You would want to sit down with your doctor, sit down with your dentist, sit down with your gym owner, sit down with these people. And show them the possibilities, even just on a customer side. So not even necessarily, but like gym owners are really easy, by the way, because they tend to have, they can recruit their entire database of trainers as an example, and then they could sell like all the supplements. I'm using health and wellness obviously as an example. I've seen this in hair care. If you guys don't.
This is terrible advice. Poor gym owners. If they have any credibility as owners of a gym, yeah, they're not gonna be recommending MLM products that mostly are proprietary blends, and therefore you don't know what's in them, and therefore you cannot use them to plan for training. Like, you must be deluded, like the delusions. No, this is not, people are not like this. You're going to sit down with your doctor or dentist and pitch them your fucking MLM product? In what world? In what world is that happening? God fucking damn it. I am, like, I knew that these VIPs were interesting, but wow, this is I feel like she has lost touch with reality, to be honest.
No, Monet became $1 billion company by doing this. Monet became $1 billion company not just by like the network marketing structure. They became $1 billion company because the owners and some of the top leaders that came in at first went and met with salon owners, and the salon owners would recruit the stylists, and they were all selling Monet products inside the salons. So like this.
No, they weren't. They absolutely fucking were not. Maybe she thinks that she's got credibility here because she has her own salon, but yeah, no. Christina Smallwood even tells a story about how, like she had to hide that she was using Monate, and like, yeah, nah, nah. I mean, has it happened? Probably, but does it happen in the hole? No, not in the hole. Does it happen on the hole? No. hairstylists actively give other hairstylists shit who use Monat. Because Monat also has some legal issues around hair loss. So, Jessie Lee, maybe you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, as per usual.
Works very, very well. It's just not a conversation where you would have like a couple little resources. It's going to take you a longer time, not too long, but you're going to have to build that rapport. And a lot of you probably do have that rapport at, your salons or your juice places or whatever it is, places you continue to go. Okay.
Really? That's it?
We'll figure out around for people to be able to continue to join bootcamp for sure. So Magdalena's asking about the poke, poke, poke punch method. This is the same thing as 10-4-1. It's just a different way of saying jab, 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 right hook, like Gary Vaynerchuk says. I'm always jabbing, like value, 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 value.
Yeah, you're not like Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, and you are always jabbing. Like jabbing people, fucking. I mean, that's not a good thing though. And what are you talking about here? You're always jabbing with what do you mean? Jabbing, jabbing, jabbing. With what? What are you fucking talking about? That's weird.
Value. And then I'll go, okay, and I'll take a right hook. Okay. So like platinum at this point, this is obviously my right hook, right? I've given you, like, I'm gonna ask this question to you guys and I might ask it tomorrow. Okay. All the notes you have so far. Okay. Hold up your notebook for me, just out of curiosity, or your phone or whatever it is, whatever you're taking notes in. A lot of you have that little blur function. It's so funny. Everything got blurry. I love you guys. Okay. So these are the notes from your challenge. Is that what you're holding up? Yes. Okay. I don't know what just happened here. This is okay. So I have a question. Would you give me that notebook and all the information? Like, I'm going to wipe your brain from the last 4.5 days for $1,000, or would you keep your notebook?
Take the fucking are you fucking
What about $2,000?
Are you gotta be fucking kidding me. What the fuck do you think you are? Oh my god. Hey, he obviously it was an accident, Vinny. Yeah. Wilbur. You almost got it done then, didn't you? I don't know if you would have seen it. But Wilbur basically just jumped up onto Minnie. She was not happy. But he's just slinking away. I had to intervene though. I don't know if you can see him. He's looking cute. Fucking notebook worth $1,000. Fuck all the way off.
Do you think the notes in there can make you $3,000 or more?
No.
4,000?
No.
5,000? 6,000?
No.
If I go all the way to 20,000, would you still keep your notebook? Do you think you can make $20,000 from those notes? Do you think you could recruit people from those notes to make $20,000 in your entire network marketing career?
No. You're deluded.
Yes. Nobody's going to give me their freaking notebook. You understand what I'm trying to say? Nobody's going to let me erase your brain like Men in Black. Okay? I have jabbed you so hard at this point with so much information that now if I'm like, yeah, spend 20 grand, you're going to be in my brain for an entire year. Imagine if you had me for a whole year. The amount of value I've given you, like even before the challenge even started, I've been jabbing, right? Like all the content I do on social media, my podcast, blah, blah, blah. Then I jabbed you now for 4 days. It sounds really aggressive. Poking you for 4 days. Okay. Then I took a right hook because it made sense to, right? There was so
fucking arrogant. Oh, that's my right hook. I'm sorry. This is beyond ridiculous. Who the fuck do you think you are? Your right hook is the platinum program? You. Oh my god. What world do you live in where that is what you think? The absolute arrogance, pride, and ego is off the charts. Like, I don't think Hitler was this confident. You know? He's pretty confident. Like, what the fuck? The training was worse than useful. Some people probably were less intelligent after having done this course with you because you have bad advice and they may go against their own like choices on your advice, which is bad. So if they have changed what they're doing to follow what you've said, and they already had success, well, they're at a loss. They are going to lose money, friends, people, business, like, I am just flabbergasted by how out of touch with reality this is. This is almost like, it's almost insanity, It's, it is, we start, like, obviously I'm not, psychologist, psychiatrist, or whatever, but, like, when we start to look at this behavior, we are looking at sociopathy, psychopathy, because of how out of touch with reality she is. Like, God damn, that's ridiculous.
So much value that by the time I said, join Platinum, you were like, she is right. What am I doing? I need to join Platinum.
You fucking wish. It's priming. This is priming. Oh, well, I better join Platinum now because she thinks we're joining. I better join. Ew.
Like, it's just, that's the marketing strategy behind any of this. That's how I've trained Jamie. That's how I've trained everybody in the team. That's what jab, 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 right hook, or poke, 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 punch means.
Don't do that. It's weird.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, Lord. How do you handle a toxic person on your team that's causing drama and causing people to quit? You remove them from everything and you have a conversation, Tanya. That is a one-on-one conversation. You call them repeatedly until they pick up. You text them nicely as well in like enough information, so if anyone tries to go crazy and if you have to, you involve corporate. That's how you handle that. And by the way, I learned this a long time ago. The situations are the dragons. It's not the people. Right? Like, kill the dragon when it's a baby is kill the situation when it's a baby. Unfortunately, many of us in our lives, not just in business, we wait until the problem gets so freaking big, it takes over our entire lives before we do anything. How many of you have been divorced before? Anyone? If not, how many of you have broken up with someone before? All of us have broken up with somebody before, right? And how many of you, keep your hands up, how many of you waited too long to break up with that person? You're like, 2 hands up. Angel's got 2 hands up, right? But you freaking knew so long and like, what am I doing? But you just didn't want to have the conversation. Right? It's the same thing with recruiting. Like, that team member.
No. The fuck are you talking about? Like, not everybody has dysfunctional fucking, like, relationships. I can't stand the way she is talking at the moment. It's driving me nuts.
Who's a totally toxic person who's causing all this drama. You knew that person was a toxic person when they first showed up on your call and caused drama 9 months ago. Right? When they first sent that really nasty message to the group chat and you had to confront it and you really didn't, you like backed away from it 2 years ago. Right? So, be more aware, all of us, as we move forward. Kill the little dragons when they're babies. It's the situation. It's not the person.
Yeah, you're so intuitive. But you can't actually afford to get rid of everybody because if you have somebody in the group who's toxic, but they're still doing their monthly auto ship and so on, I'm going to guess that you just let it happen rather than lose that number for your downline, right?
People are not the dragons. It's the way they're handling certain things, okay? All right. I love this. How do I promote my network marketing business when my niche is grandparents raising their grandchildren? Do you know, Katrina, that the largest growing demographic on TikTok is grandparents? Dude, you know what's happening? Do
you know, Jessie Lee, that means that the fucking platform is probably peaked? If old people are using it, yeah, okay. But it doesn't really matter because Facebook will always be the network marketer's best friend, also, like, that's the niche. Leave fucking any grandparent who is bringing up their grandchild. In other words, there's trauma because that doesn't happen without trauma. Oh, just leave people alone.
Do you know that statistically speaking, in order to retire, if you retire right now, you need $3 million, $3 million in America to retire comfortably? That's not like vacations and whatever. That's like food and shelter if you're 65. $3 million? Let me tell you what, girl, I'd be talking all about how we gonna make some grandmothers and grandfathers rich, rich, rich. Like, I mean, maybe not say rich, rich, rich. The FTC will come after you. But like, I would be talking to those people. Don't you want to work?
Well, you said it anyway, even though you said the FTC would come after you, but you still said it. The editing Tish here just saying, I really wish that she wouldn't use AAVE. Please don't talk like that. You are not black, so please don't talk like that. All right, thanks. Oh, she sucks.
From home and be with your grandbabies? Don't you want to be able to be the grandma who can take your grandbabies all around the world? Don't you want to be the grandma who can take them to this toy store and get whatever the heck they want? Don't you want to be the, like, all this, like, oh my gosh, like you can, like, look, and you know what? That's probably the easiest niche ever now that I think about it. Because you know what grandmas and grandpas do? They got all these clubs already. They got their knitting club and they got their bridge club and they got their mahjong club and they got their, whatever the heck clubs. These grandmas and grandpas are popular. They go to their church groups 7 days a week. Okay. These people are social. They've got a network. That's it. I'm changing my niche. My niche is turning into grandparents. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting it.
She just never stops. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm like, Tish, you could be doing something else on a Friday night. You don't have to be here listening to her. But here I am because I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's me. Idiot, chief idiot, me.
Excited about the grandparent niche. So those of y'all that are in that demographic, you better start going crazy because I'm feeling jealous, to be totally honest. Wow. I love that. Hope that gave you guys something. All right. When your sponsor is already a millionaire in network marketing, sometimes you're shy to ask for help. Sometimes you're shy to ask for help because you don't have much results. Is it okay to ask for help even though you don't? Okay, look, if your sponsor is a multimillionaire already, they want to help you because that person understands that the reason that person is a multimillionaire is because they've helped people. Okay. And I will.
She's just talking about herself here. She just wants to tell everybody that she's a multimillionaire. Ugh. Shut up. We know you're rich. Well, I'm not sure how rich because you keep complaining about your medical bills. Seems to me somebody with a lot of money wouldn't complain about medical bills, but that's none of my business. I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you, as somebody who still sponsors brand new people, who is a multi-millionaire, I love the hungry new person who asks me questions. It lights my soul up. I'm like, yes, message me. Oh my gosh, you're stuck at $2,000. Talk to me. Let's go. Like I am looking for those fiery, and it doesn't have to be personal recruits. I get so excited about this because I don't.
Because you're going to make money off them. $2,000. They're stuck at $2,000. That doesn't happen for very many. Are you fucking kidding me? Prove it. Prove it's like income disclosure statement. I like it is ridiculously rare to have somebody who earns any money off network marketing, let alone $2,000 a month. Clear.
I want you guys to put me on a pedestal. You'll see, like those of you that do platinum coaching with me, I become your friend legitimately. Like I will know all kinds of stuff about you. We will text like normal people and then I will coach you through stuff. I don't want people to be
weird.
like,
That's weird. I'm sorry. Don't sell your friendship. That's so weird. Who would do that other than a network marketer?
Oh my God, it's Jessie. Oh my God. Like that happens all the time at the airport. Okay. I already
No one knows you.
have the people at the airport that recognize me. I have the people I can't walk around town with, whatever. Cool. I want to be able to talk to my business partners like real humans. And I guarantee, unless that person's a total turd, your sponsor, who I'm guessing is not a turd because you chose them, would love to help you more. Okay. And they understand they're further along than you, and that's why they want to help you. Okay. All right. Here we go. God,
is this really just Q&A? Like, the VIP calls are just Q&A? Like, there's no extra teaching? God damn. I know we're a bit late to the party now because this is over 2 weeks ago. Please ask for a refund, people. Like, this was... You may have lost brain cells doing this one because...
I'm scrolling.
Why?
Megan responded back to some email. Yes. Okay, Megan. I don't know what email it is, but amazing. Let's see. Here we go. Pam says, if I were to try to recruit someone in a chicken list, how would they want to be pitched? What would resonate most with an established business person? Oh, I guess I kind of already answered that, huh? Yes, I think I did already answer that. And by the way, I don't think it's weird, Pam, or anyone asking this, to tell people, hey, Janine or whoever, I respect you so much. And so this conversation I'm about to have with you, it makes me a little nervous because you're such a seasoned businesswoman. But that's why I want to have this conversation with you, because I think this might be a great fit for what you do. And you might just be an absolute grand slam. This could potentially change your life. Right? It's like before I pitched Platinum today, did you hear me? I was like, all right, I got something for you guys, but I got some spicy pits right now. This is making me super nervous. Like, that wasn't a joke. I was like, I'm gonna like throw up. Like, what if they look at me like I'm crazy? What if nobody wants to join Platinum? What if like I'm like we all have those moments. And so even these really successful people, they all have insecurities too. Just talk to them like they're normal. All right. Question, Ariane. How do you handle a situation with your uplines where they take offense about you going somewhere else? Oh my God, here we go. Where they take offense about you going somewhere else to get coaching and mentorship instead of following their coaching. Asking because no one in my team above me is making progress. They're very old school and nothing is effective. I love the honesty. The best way for me to answer this for you is just get results. Ariane, or any of you who are in a situation like that, I guarantee some of you on here had somebody message you like, you paid Jessie Lee $17, then you did VIP for $97. What is she possibly going to teach you that you can't learn from me? Okay, like it happens all the time. And I don't blame those people. I get it. You know what the problem is a lot of times and stuff like that is people that don't know me don't know my intentions. Okay, my intentions are so pure with this. I hope you know that. I am never going to have a recruiting conversation with you about joining my company. It is not going to happen.
They don't have to. You've already had it. Like, if you're talking to her, she's already told you all of the benefits for Prove It. Like, you know, everything is the recruiting conversation. But you are actually trying to sign them up to your accelerator. That's what you are. So you can make this little statement now and talk about how honorable you are, blah, blah. Because you want them to sign up to your shitty coaching and it's gross. Like, and it's bullshit because you even said that the reason to be platinum is to be my friend and to get into the same rooms as my friends. It is bizarre that you would use that as a selling point. Oh. So, let's see what else she has to say.
My intention is to help all of you make millions of dollars in your companies, if that's what you want to do, or six figures, or whatever your goal is. And I have been safe in this profession now for 12 straight years. It's why CEOs of huge I just spoke at Lime Life. I don't know if there's any Lime Life people on here. They're not the only network marketing company I speak for. Lime Life paid me to come in and speak to their entire field because they knew I was safe. Okay. So like a lot of that comes from, why would you put yourself in front of this person? But that is, I don't even blame your uplines for this because
you just like money. Like, that's who you're loyal to, the dollar. You know? Like, it's not a flex. Who cares? No one cares.
because there's a lot of other network marketing coaches that I will never, I won't recommend any other network marketing coach to you that is still an active promoter in anything because they're not safe. I would not join their programs. I would not get their newsletters. I would not download their worksheets because they will pitch you. They will go inside your team groups and they will do Zooms with your teams. They will impress them and razzle dazzle them, and then they will cross recruit your teams. And that's why a lot of you have uplines that say and do that. However, I will tell you, the reason why I have made as much money as I have made is because I've paid for outside mentorship since day one. Since day one, I wanted to be a business owner. I went to business events. I spent 25 grand. I went to the 10X conference. I joined Eric Worre's program. I've paid, oh my God, the amount of money I've paid for coaching is crazy, but it is a direct reflection of how far along I am in my business. Like if you compare apples to apples, the reason why my apple tree is bigger is because instead of having to grow it from a seed, I got to grow it from a tree that was already, you know what I'm trying to say? Like my tree was already planted and now I just get to water it. Okay. And the only other thing I'd say about that is you guys know what you're doing or you wouldn't be here. So just Keep yourself positive, keep your forward thinking moving. If you're none of y'all were going to give me your notebooks for 20 grand for God's sake. Okay. So you're getting value out of it. Go turn that into some money. But I'm proud of you for being here because I know a lot of you did probably get like a hard time from some people for being here. Some of you didn't, and God bless those uplines. We're like, go learn from her and please bring it back to me. Okay. There's some people that are a little more emotionally advanced than others, I'll say. So keep.
What? Oh my God. Like, she just speaks nonsense. Like, it's nonsense. People are in the program or not. Like, also, it's a hypothetical situation, as if anyone was going to pay for the fucking notes. No, it's not happening. They will not translate into sales or recruits.
She's over here snapping. So I'm guessing she's like, yes, girl, I've been there. I love it. Okay, let's see. When someone says they want to be a promoter at the end of the business and then they don't do it, what or how should I follow up? This is the takeaway close I think I gave you guys yesterday or 2 days ago or 3 days ago, where you just say, hey, Grit, I do not want to annoy you. Okay.
Why can't you remember what day it was? Is it because you pre-recorded all of the videos in one day? Now it seems like, you can't keep track of your days because of that. Sure. Okay.
I feel like I'm annoying you with all these follow-ups. If this is not for you, just please let me know right now. And I'm just going to take you off the list because I know this isn't for everybody. And maybe it's just not for you. Like any of these takeaway closes, all of a sudden Carol's going to be like, no, I'm in. Okay. And then you can either way, like the support and encouraging part, you can always be supportive and encouraging. I think that's actually really important. And day one literally crashed your phone. It was so much information. I love that. Okay. I love this. Oh, a bunch of you are excited about platinum. I'm so happy. Oh, my whole heart.
My whole bank account heart. Plants. I just can't believe it.
Let's say you do recruit some heavy hitters and they pass you. How do you, awesome, by the way, whoever Jessie C is, congratulations. How do you maintain their interest or keep up with them? What do you do next? Okay, this is like a coaching conversation, but I hope you guys are ready for this. There's different stages of coaching. There's coaching where you need to give directive. Like when someone's new, a lot of the time, it's like, okay, Maggie, here's what you do. Here is the team milkshake. Click here. Good job.
No, you don't do that. You said ghost that person. You said ice them out of everything and never talk to them again because you didn't want to be an enabler. Oh no, it's one of Jessie Lee's trademark contradictions.
Michelle, I'm so proud of you, Olivia. Okay, like it's very ba 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 ba. Okay, and then step 2 is more of like a
I honestly cannot believe that she was doing that after shitting all over somebody who needed to be hand-holded. It's not fair. She sucks so much.
collaboration. Like this could be years down the road. Hey, Precious, or not years, could be months. Precious, sure. So how do you feel about this? Like, let me see. Here, send me some scripture setting to people. Let's have a conversation about it. Let me see if I can help you close those people. Right? You, Jessie, are at a different stage. What you want to do is you want to be a supportive coach. This is the 3rd stage. Supportive coaching could look something like this. Lisa, you are an animal. Okay. Becca, I don't know how you've done this. Jennifer, wow. You recruit monsters. You are an amazing leader. I see how you lead your team. I am shocked. This is you. This is not even all me. This is you, girl. You did this. How can I support you? What do you need from me? Because I don't need to run your teams. Do you want me? Can I help with incentives? Can I help with some 3-way calls? Can I edify you to some new prospects so they know how amazing you are? What kind of support do you need from me? Or do you just want me to sit back here and clap for you and send you flowers every month? Literally, whatever you want. I do not want to get in your way, and I am not going to pretend that the success was mine because this was you, Caroline. You put in the work, Michelle. You did this, Carol, right? You want people to be like, oh, so, and you know what? God bless it. If you have the emotional intelligence to be proud of the people that pass you, I am the proudest coach ever because there's so many network marketers who, as soon as somebody starts to do better than them, they start sabotaging their team. Okay. I don't know why they do this. It's like, did anyone forget to tell you get paid off of all of this? Shut up. Get your ego.
That doesn't happen, Jessie Lee, because everybody always promotes the fact that you can go past me in the compensation plan. So the person can be personal training for however long and turn up and get a certification, and then like you always say, like, it's not a scam because you can surpass your upload. It's a pretty common thing that people talk about.
Check it at the door, amigo. Okay, like goodness gracious. So I love that, Jessie C. I am very proud of you. Okay, here we go. I have to ask, is Platinum just for females? Nope. Platinum has the most men, actually, of all of my programs. And like, my guy friends like Wes Watson or Eric Spofford or Dan Martell or Gerard Adams, they're all like, dude, it's because men just get it. Like men don't call their wives and say, can I spend money on this? They go, yes. So there's quite a few, there's quite a good amount of men in the Platinum program. And women.
I'm sorry, what? What's that got to do with anything? Just means you're being more manipulative to men to be able to get them? Doesn't make any sense. I'm just in my brain.
Women, we got to get more confident about spending that money. Okay. This is not a money mindset workshop. Okay. Maybe that'll be another workshop 6 months down the road, but like you are worth it. You are worth sitting at the table with these kinds of people. Thanks for asking though, Aaron. How much time should I spend or should I even try to re-engage team members that have lost momentum or drive? That for me is a once a text month. It could be sent out by a VA, just seeing if they have any goals and then inviting them to the team Zoom. That's it. If they don't rate back with team goals, no. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, Magdalena. What, by the way, can I just give a shout out to those of you that are not American and English is not your first language? It's a lot of you. And I speak very fast. It is a blessing that I speak very clearly, but I want to give a very special shout out to you because I know I speak crazy fast and you're probably having to watch this 2 times, sometimes 3 times, maybe 4 times to get all of it. My gratitude for you choosing me as your coach, even though I am not from your countries, it means like, I'll actually cry about that. I mean, oh no, I don't.
Because you're such a big fucking softie. This is bullshit. This just came out of nowhere. Let's see if she cries, shall we?
Okay. No, I can't help myself. I have to, I can't. It makes me really emotional because there are so many people that are like, Jessie Lee, do your calls at 7:00 at night. And I'm like, I don't want to do calls at 7:00 at night when that is 2:00 in the morning in Europe. And those people deserve to have a business coach too. And so I've always moved my calls forward and it's always meant a lot to me. And I've always done translations on my team calls. And I want all of you to win around the world. And so it matters to me that Magdalena stays on here or all of you in different countries stay.
Because it's good to have an international team because then you can earn more money. It's for no other reason. This is an act, this right here. I don't buy it for a second. It's just, here she is, look at me. I'm acting like a human. Humans do crying.
Down here because you deserve to win too. So it made me tear up too much. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Now that you're getting me all emotional out here, all of you who speak different languages, I just love you. It just means a lot to me. Okay. I live in Frisco, Texas. Somebody asked about the Platinum meetups. So yes, Platinum does have monthly meetups. We tend to do them in Texas because that's easiest for me, but I do travel a lot too. So sometimes they're in different places too. And they're not required, by the way. You can come if you want to. You don't have to. Okay, let's see. Scroll. Oh God, I brought up OnlyFans. How does time go by so fast? Your upline's very inconsistent. How do you get them to be more consistent? You can't. Okay. So you have to be the consistent upline. Okay. All right. Oh God, we're talking about selling feet pics. God. Oh God. Okay. Don't sell feet pics either. It doesn't look good for network marketing recruiting.
Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna stop because I'm tired. I'm back. Let's get this fucking thing finished.
All right, let me scroll really fast.
I honestly can't believe this is just Q&A. That's not a VIP program.
Scroll. I think I'm going to talk a bit more about packaging your story. I see that question, but storytelling in general, I just want you guys to start thinking about it like this. Your story wants to have a beginning. I call it the pre-frame. So anytime I'm going to train something, I might say something like, the pre-frame is basically you explaining why people need to pay attention. Okay, so in this training, I'm going to teach you blah, blah, blah. And why this is going to work is because blah, blah, blah. And then you tell us like a little story here. Then you...
do you want to actually say something instead of blah, blah, blah? Have you got a salient example, like an actual example from real life that you can apply there? So that'd be good.
Take them through the entire arch of training, or like the entire arch of the story, the highlights of the story, the high peaks of the story, the important parts of the story, the characters, the drama, the hard times, the good times, the whatever. And then you bring it back down and you read.
Hang on, she said something wrong there.
In this training, I'm going to teach you blah, blah, blah. And why this is going to work is because...
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's arc, not arch. Like an archetype or, like getting out of... No, hang on. An arc. It just says the wrong word. She pronounced it wrongly.
Blah, blah, blah. And then you tell us like a little story here. Then you take them through the entire arch of training, or like the entire arch of the story, the highlights of the story, the high peaks of the story, the important parts of the story, the characters, the drama, the hard times, the good times, the whatever. And then you bring it back down and you reframe and you bring it back together with the front part of the story. This is like the shortest storytelling training ever. I'm so sorry. You reframe it by pulling the whole thing together with a bow with little parts of the story. Is this making sense, or is it?
No, it's not making sense because you're just doing it from the top of your head. Off of the top of your head with no visuals in it. That's really annoying.
It's not making any sense. You're like, yeah, kind of. Okay, I'll have to do a training on this for you guys. But you package it all up together with like the
ring. Hello, yeah. Look, yeah, it's a pot calling the kettle black. She said like fully. Oh, this is training, but I'll have to do a training for you. Like this is training though. So it's like, what are you talking about? Why is she saying that you're not allowed to train? I mean, she's got to do a training about the training. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I rang the kettle a bit too preemptively, but the point is, sorry, bye. This is all meant to be training. What the fuck are you talking about?
Resolution, the conflict, the resolution, everything at the end, and then you bring it together with, and like I told you, that's why you would want to listen to this training.
What? Telling a story with narrative structure? Groundbreaking. Also, I can do it faster, beginning, middle, and end. There you go, done.
If that makes sense. I don't have enough time to explain that because I'm like already over time, but I want to see if I can get to the bottom of these questions today because we haven't gotten to the bottom of the questions ever any day of VIP. And I want to get to the bottom. How do you recruit in Europe when your only friends there are not interested? Social media. You can actually type in your search bar friends in and then type country and things will pop up. I also posted in a lot of groups to find a lot of people. That's how I found my first Malaysian leader, my first Chinese leader, my first Mexican leader. Many of my first leaders came from Facebook groups. They saw me doing trainings and they liked my training. They followed me and they messaged me from there. Okay, let's see. When you have a lot of followers not showing up for the post, you delete them and friend others. The way that I delete and friend people is actually just on Facebook, obviously, but it is based off of my birthday messages to them and my happy anniversary friendship messages to them. If I send you a birthday message or a happy anniversary message on Facebook and you do not respond, I delete you.
Oh my God. How is she a real person? Okay.
So you get 2 touch points a year. And if you don't respond to that, you're gone. So I can make room for new friends from groups. When your company offers free options to join, how would you suggest attracting higher quality recruits? Don't talk about the free one. Don't talk about the free one. Okay. If you talk about the lowest price point, that's where people will come in. What do we respond to people that say network marketing is a legal pyramid scheme? I don't respond to those people. You can't teach. You really can't teach stupid. You can't fix stupid.
Tell us how you really feel there, JL. Because you absolutely are in a pyramid scheme.
And you just keep winning. Like somebody tried to comment something on a post of mine yesterday. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I have 1.6 million customers. How is that not a real business?
Yes. Oh my God. I thought you said you ignore them. How is that ignoring them? By saying how many customers you have seems a little bit defensive there. Bit defensive? Mm-hmm. Sure.
Goober. I don't know why I keep saying goober on here today, but whatever. What do you use to connect with your interested prospects? Phone, Zoom. I do a lot of text messaging. Sometimes I will do voice messages like we talked about. Only very high qualified prospects will I get on Zoom calls or FaceTimes with. We talked about qualified people yesterday. So, okay, let me scroll. Is it irrelevant if my upline doesn't offer a fraction of what you're teaching? No one's offering me plans or lists or ideas. I'm kind of my own. I think you are so smart, Kayla, or anyone in this situation to be somewhere like this right now inside of this group. Reason being, I had very bad uplines. I feel like I talked about this before, but I had very, very bad uplines. And I think that truly made me the strongest leader that I am because I was constantly paying for books or I was paying for events or I was trying to get around people who understood where I was trying to go. So those of you that don't have a great upline, I think it actually ends up making you a much better recruiter, a much better business builder, a much better network marketer. So I'm just kind of flipping our perspective around that. I don't drink coffee, actually. This is just tea. But yeah, let's see. I saw JL had her coffee today.
I'm tired.
Okay, this is a good question, and then I'll scroll down really fast and see if there's any other ones and let you guys go. But I'm confused about how you can attract people based on who you are. Say green color personality, at the same time be able to recruit different colors. So I've trained this before a couple other places, but it's okay. We're here now. Write your copy, your captions, do your lives, etc. Speaking to all four personalities. Okay, so even if you're not the super fun person, force yourself to talk about how fun the event was and how bright the colors were and about how fun the theme was. If you're not super competitive, talk about the people who walked across the stage making millions of dollars, or how they got to walk up to the roped section and sit on these couches for the people who have achieved blah, 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 blah. If you're not super heart-centered, you can still say things like, and I watched people who have been in the same company now for 20 years and they said that this is their family, right? It's all in your languaging, all right? Tell Aviram about the baby hunt. Oh, Lord, I can hear him on the phone. He's closing a platinum. I can hear him, so... He's in the bathroom closing a platinum. Good man.
He's in the bathroom closing a platinum. Also, he is working for you. Hi, I'm back. Connect. Open. Abstract it. Oh, Lord. Hi, I'm back. Let's get this finished. This is what I worked to our roast. Yes. All right.
Man, good man. Oh, I love it. He's
right.
doing a good job.
Oh, that's right. He's closing a platinum. Her boyfriend is closing a platinum member. Does this mean that he gets the commission? Does this mean he is getting paid to do this job? Does this mean that possibly you're saying that he's not getting paid, and so then his wife can't claim any like extra income for her children that he had with her? Okay.
All right. We got family business over here. All right. I think I'm getting to the bottom. Here we go. How do you get people to engage and respond? You have so many that when asked, they do nothing, be it text, email, call, stories. That's why we got to keep building our following, right? Continue to build your following so you're not constantly punching at the same couple of people, right? So that goes back to that value posting.
How do you build your following? You haven't told us that. You didn't tell them that. Also, I think she was talking about, or the question was about a team member who's not responding. But it's the opposite of what she said. Because it's like she said, stop talking to them before.
And I think tomorrow with some of the copywriting stuff with the AI, I think that's going to help you guys a lot too. And no, so you're selling your products, you want to go heavy in recruiting. Do you stop posting the products? Nope. You don't have to stop posting the products. Think about how you can lead more, Maggie, with the opportunity. How can you talk much more about the opportunity so that it seems like you're so much more around the business, but then the products fall in line, right? This has always been, like I talked about this the other day, this has always been my funnel approach. My funnel.
No, it hasn't. You talk about your product all the time. You pack trials for that reason.
Approach is do the business with me. Oh, you don't want to do business with me? Be an auto ship customer. Oh, you don't want to be auto ship? Okay, be a normal customer. Oh, you're not sure about being a normal customer? Okay, try it. That's always been my funnel. I've always gone top down. Same thing with the pricing we talked about yesterday, I think. I always pitch the top kit and then the middle kit, and then I don't even talk about the bottom kit unless they say, oh, I can't afford that. It's impossible for me. And then I'll let them join, and then I'll talk about the smallest kit. Okay.
Also, you don't have to buy a kit. Like, if you ask to look at the compensation plan, I don't think there's going to be any pro MLMers watching this video, but you don't have to buy a kit at all. You can just join most most companies.
Okay. All right, here we go. I don't know. April's asking about, is it better to have a regular Facebook account or professional account? I'm not sure which one I have. So I don't have the answer for that. I'm sorry. I know some of you are having to run.
Oh, she's not very smart. She just meant, do you have a Facebook account that is for business? It's not a different thing, Jessie Lee.
Sorry. I'm just trying, well, I'm going extra. I know you can tell. So I know there's nothing for me to apologize about. I feel bad that at the end of the day, I'm like missing 50 questions.
You're not going extra. You're literally just doing the bare fucking minimum. This is not extra.
In the last few days. So I'm scrolling down to those who are still, oh, the grandparents questions there again. Love that. 3 feet from gold. That's right. Jamie's one person away from paying for platinum. Let's go, Jamie. Let's go. I don't fight with people who talk about it being a pyramid scheme. These people just, it's like hitting your head against the wall. Like I would just rather save my brains.
Brains? Brains, you say? Not her? No. What's in my mouth? I have a really sore corner of my mouth because My dentist was so rough with that corner of my mouth. Oh God, it was killing me. And because I didn't have a nerve in the tooth, I didn't need to get it numbed, and so um, I find that that's good. Except if I have like cold sensitivity, then it's not so good.
Okay. I feel like I need to rebrand myself for recruiting purposes. Any suggestions to rebrand ourselves other than focusing on what we sell? Yeah. Focus on you, Tracy. Like you're a whole person. Okay. A lot of you guys are overthinking this. I don't ever want you to brand yourself as your company or what you sell. I want you to brand yourself based off of who you are. Like people like doing business with me that are like, I would be friends with her. Like how many of you actually are shocked? Like if you didn't know me before this, you're like, I like her. Like I would hang out with her. Like
No one. You're so arrogant. No one would want to hang around with you. You're unpleasant. You're abrupt. And apparently in real life, you're not actually like this. Apparently you're very quiet and you just look at your phone. So no. Is this just an ego boost? You want people to say, oh, you like me. You really like me.
I mean, I kind of want to go to like dinner with her, hang or like go to a bar with her. Like, I don't know, go to a park, do something with her. Like, I don't know. She seems pretty cool. Right. That's the whole point. So because I'm so genuine, like literally all the time.
Genuine? Bitch, you pre-recorded 3 of the days of this fucking live, and pretended to be live. You went so far as to wear the same things as you were wearing on the fucking video so people would think you were live. That's just one example of how you're not very authentic. That's just one simple example. There's heaps more, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't even have to go very far into the well to get to that. All right? Ugh.
That's what my brand is. So you know my brand of like, okay, you guys know I love to travel. You know I'm a crazy dog mom. You know I'm in love with this guy. You know that I have this massive love for international humans in general because I want the world to come together. It's one of my big just like heart pieces.
No, you don't like other people. You're racist as fuck. You've done blackface. And being Hawaiian, Polynesian blood in you does make it okay. It's still blackface. Um, you've actively said that people from Israel are gross, ugly men from Israel. People don't know you because of your international travels and your travels, and you're a dog mum. They know you for being a loud foghorn of an arrogant coach. That's your brand. Jeez. Take a fucking reality check, honestly.
Is in my life and in my impact. You know that I'm a philanthropist. You know that I love to give, 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 give. You know that I'm also a super successful serial entrepreneur.
No, you just say that you have other businesses, brick and mortar. Also, I haven't heard her talk about Hawaii. Somebody who is apparently and talks about having Hawaiian ethnicity in her DNA makeup. Have you helped out with any philanthropy for people who have lost their homes in Hawaii? Because it's just like we're talking about on stream with Ray giving charity. Like you gotta tell people about the charity, otherwise they don't know what a great person you are. You know.
So if you're any of those things, or if you're attracted to any of those things, you're gonna be like, yeah, I like her. So your brand is just who are you? Tomorrow, I might decide to do an extra day, by the way. I don't know. Like there might be a bonus day. And we talked about that the first day of this. I might go a little deeper even on brand because I think that some people are still a little lost on that. But that's all that means. Okay. Brand is just who the heck are you? Okay.
Exactly. So what the fuck would you need to go into more detail about it? And you don't. You just talk about yourself. We watched day 6 together. Myself, Karina, Auntie Lashi. You didn't help anyone. Yourself. You help yourself.
All right. Platinum is that brick you're building to success. Love that. I love that.
Is it the grift that is building success? Yeah, love that. Love that. The grift, not the brick.
Invited people to join us. Are they asking how to get the full bootcamp videos? All the videos are in the Facebook group still. As a platinum, are there chances to do some social media collaboration with you if you're in a non-MLM industry? Yep, absolutely. Y'all become my homies. Like platinum people are not just like, I don't know. It's just very different. You become my friend.
Why? That's weird. Please don't do that. I don't see how that would help you in business ever. It's not worth the monetary value of $20,000. And there's no way she should be selling the friendship of other people, which is what she does. Like, you get in the same rooms. We're in the same people. How many people on Platinum? Didn't you also have an accelerator call that was empty except for one person? Seems to me, maybe it's not worth that much. And if it's anything like this training that you've been doing, it's fucking terrible. The worst, the worst.
Let me see. Scrolling. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Knocking on doors. Don't you love the Ring cameras? Yeah, I do. Let's see.
So people will be looking at their Ring camera, Ring doorbell, and they're not going to be letting you in their houses because they're like, who's this bitch I don't know knocking on my door, not delivering anything that I ordered? They're not coming in. They're not inviting you in, Jessie Lee.
When does the offer for Platinum expire? You just need to go to the bank to do. Yeah, you have time. You have today, tomorrow, or until it, or if it sells out today, because I can't do a million Platinums, or else then everybody on Earth will have my phone number, and that's just too much. But you should have at least until end of day Friday, and you can just email Candy or anyone wondering support@bossly.com. We can like hold a spot for you if you're like figuring out some money thing really fast. Just email support@bossly.com. We'll hold a spot, and then you'll be able to be fine. Oh yeah, but the door-to-door thing, I know people that are literally making an insane amount of money doing door-to-door, like selling solar panels and all kinds of crazy stuff now. So why the heck not? Only Platinum is on sale, correct? I think I'm almost, I keep saying I think I'm almost at the bottom, but I don't know. I blew your hair back today. I love it. Is that a black label Ralph Lauren top? This is a Dolce & Gabbana top, but thank you. I got
Dolce & Gabbana are a bunch of fucking racist dicks. Just like Veronica Bay saying, I should sell my Balenciaga bags, but no, I'm just gonna let them rot away in my cupboard. Yeah. Real handy to people there, Veronica. You could have sold the bags and donated the money to charity, but no, that sounds great.
in Portugal last year. Let's see.
Flex.
Do you suggest letting stories lapse past 24 hours to reset for views on Instagram? Do you think that actually works? I actually have an app I'm going to tell you guys about tomorrow in our call that will actually let you post stories, so you don't have to do any kind of things like that. But I'm not sure what you mean by resetting for views, actually. So if I join, can I join Platinum if I haven't started anything like I'm starting? Yes, of course. Dress down Friday. Post what link? Oh God, somebody needs a link to something. I don't know what they need a link to. Oh, we're talking about kidney stones. Let me scroll.
Of course you can join Platinum anytime. Just join. Anytime, any circumstance, just join.
Scroll. I have such a busy schedule being a single mom to a 7-year-old and a 6-month-old. I bet you are busy, girl. Woo-wee, Carol. Working full-time massage therapist, then coming home to tend to the home. When I work for my business, I become super overwhelmed. How do you go about deciding top 3 impactful things to your business? Okay, this might help a lot of you. This is called the Power List. I got this from Andy Frisella many years ago when I was in absolute overwhelm. Just write down 5 things a day you need to do in your business that day that will change your life, have potential to change your life. Okay?
Are you fucking kidding me? This is her advice. Write down 5 things that'll have the potential to change your life. How would that help a single mother? What? Oh, she has no idea what she's fucking saying. And it's someone else's, like, training. Of course.
Just 5 things. And for some of you, it doesn't even have to be a business thing. It could be like, making sure I get my 10,000 steps or whatever the heck it is. But what I want you to start getting into the habit of, Carol, is feeling much more like you're winning. That's what I want all of you guys to get in.
So how the fuck would getting 10,000 steps help her organize her day as a fucking single mother? How would that work? Oh, this is ridiculous.
Habit of feeling much more like you're winners. Okay. So each day you cross off those 5 things, you put a big like W at the beginning, you circle it like I've won the day. And then you just do that at the end of the night. Every night you write 5 more things down. You wake up the next day and then you just do those 5 things. Because if I can get you in the system of realizing that you are a winner and you're doing a great job with this crazy busy schedule, you have 2 little ones, you're working your business, you're working your job, you're doing whatever, and you've got 5 things a day that are going to move you forward in your life and your business. Next thing you know, you're going to feel the momentum wave start shifting. And you're going to be like, your brain's going to start looking for places where you're winning. Does that make sense? Like it's going to start reaching for places and ideas like, yes.
No, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. It sounds like toxic positivity. And toxic positivity doesn't help you, like, not have to do the chores. This is useless.
Yes. And your life's going to feel a lot more flow to it. So shout outs to all of you mamas and dads in here who have little ones where it's just total chaos right now. I know, and I respect you enormously. Okay. And just keep doing it for those babies. Make those babies the reason, not the excuse. Okay. All right. When you're
Shut the fuck up. You know that she has told that to somebody. She said that to somebody's face. You're using your kids as an excuse. They should be your reason. That's terrible. Please don't look at children like that. It's obvious that she does look at children like that, but, you know, that's not fair. For that child, that's all some people have is their single mum. You're taking people away from that. Gross. She don't care. She pretends that, her godchildren are her children. She spanks them.
Onboarding a new recruit, they have a full-time job, use just power hours. I would also just try to give them maybe some checklists, right? Like what are the non-negotiable checklists that you find are super powerful for moving your business forward from day one?
Now, would you give them that checklist before they join? Or are you going to make a bunch of promises? And then when they've joined, oh, here's your DMO, daily method of operation. Here's all the things you need to get done. And if the person says, well, that's a lot of work. Yeah, well, it's work you got to put in. You got to do it before work. You got to wake up early. You got to go to bed late for this business. It's the good old bait and switch.
Right? Okay, let's see. You guys are keeping the notebooks. All right, holy, I thought it said, a minute ago it said 89 left, and then I guess you guys kept commenting. Darlis, I just told your husband you're spending the 20K. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to Platinum. Let's go. Can we revisit the health and wellness conversation with gyms? Do you see those as a conversation has to be had if you're a member of the gym? No, you can go into each gym and just ask to speak to the manager or the owner.
I forgot she asked about it. Leave gym owners alone. I'm sure they're busy enough. Fucking hell.
There is a limit to how many platinums can join, Jessica. So we have a limit that's going to cap off on platinum when it hits. We won't oversell that. This is good. We're definitely getting to the bottom because we're only 20 minutes behind. Okay, here we go. I'm almost there. There's not that many questions. You guys are just being cute in the chat. Okay. How did you pitch when you had no team and no big checks? Other people's stories. I was always collecting stories like we were talking about, and then that's all I talked about.
Wonder if they're true stories, because she doesn't even tell her own stories that are true, like her stories are lies most of the time as well. Well, they've got a nugget of truth in them. That's why she can get away with whatever she says,
Other people's stories. This person drives this car. This person has this house. This person has made this much money. This person puts their kids in this school. This person this.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Also, I don't understand. Like, that would not work on me. I don't understand that significance. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would never consider that to be a draw card. But maybe I'm just a dirty socialist.
Person this. I was telling other people's stories. That's what I was doing. Blessed to have me as a coach. Thank you. You paid $25,000 for a coach for a year. Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll increase your Katrina, I'll increase your platinum price to 25,000. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Okay. If you have questions about platinum like Candy, it looks like you have a lot of questions. Just email support. I'll email you back. Okay. Support@bossly.com. We're almost there. We're at 12:52. So here we go. Scroll. Can platinum be for couples? Yes, there's a bunch of couples inside of it. Actually, a lot of teams, a lot of like husband-wife teams are inside of it. That's actually most common inside network marketing. Is like a husband-wife team will do it together. Yes. Am I in your hood right now? I am in LA. Yes, if that's your hood. This is good for internationals. If she's talking too fast on the replays, hit the playback speed and put it on 0.75 or 0.5. It will slow her voice down. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
That's what I did when Jade Marie from the Dream podcast said Erin Bees' name. I slowed it right down to see what her expression was doing, and it was great. It was really good. Who would ask if it's a husband? It just seems like to be quite a lot of planted questions about platinum.
We'll do storytelling at some point for sure. I promise you, because I want to go deep on that with you guys. I feel like, because there's some questions about it. Okay. So Grit says, it's difficult for me, especially on Instagram, to combine my product and my business and post because I feel like they follow me for added fitness and nutritional value. But when I post business, they unfollow me. Okay. You should not open a second Instagram account. It's okay. You're finding your right people. Okay. And especially if you're following that ratio where there's so much value and then occasionally you bring up a business post, don't feel bad about that. Okay. Never feel bad about that. You're going to find the right people. And a lot of it will be how you write. A lot of it will be how you word it. So it doesn't seem like super in their face. It's going to be about that super, I don't know if the right word is empathetic, but that empathetic, really heartfelt, like I do this because of nutrition. I do this because of the fitness. I do this because it allows me to follow my path of passion and fitness. And maybe you're like that too. Maybe you want to make some supplemental income just like I did. Here's an option for you, right?
I just realized that the video wasn't up there. I apologize. I might have to chuck it in, but yeah, I don't think this is good advice personally.
I'll never forget, and I don't love this guy, but Grant Cardone used to say that the only metric he pays attention to is his unsubscribes. As long as his unsubscribe count is going up, he knows his business is growing because it means he's constantly funneling down to the right people. Does that give anyone else some kind of hope? You're like, oh, like you don't want a bunch of people following you that don't actually like you anyway, right?
Does that give you hope? The Grant Cardone has unsubscribed people? What? That makes sense. Oh my God.
How do you reply to people who complain about the price of your products and monthly subscriptions? So many want everything for free. I don't really get this objection at all, but I will tell you, Carolyn, or anybody wondering this, that is all in our posture. Everything's in your posture. So if you ask yourself, how much would you pay for your product or service? It just comes with a different level of like, yes, I know what this is about. People don't give me price objections on it. I sell a pretty premium health and wellness product, and I don't get price objections. But then there's some people who are like, oh, everybody complains about blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know who everyone is, but I have no problem selling this product.
What? Ketones? Ketones aren't expensive. You gotta be joking. I mean, they're expensive in relatively, but you know, like everything, they are in network marketing. They're too expensive, but it's not what the energic Aussie girls would call a high ticket item. No, wrong.
Right. But I believe in it so much. I've seen it change so many people's lives. And I asked myself, how much would I pay for it? And I would pay more than double for it. Right. So I have like a different level of it.
Well, you're a fool, an absolute fool. And the Prove It ketones have been tested by an independent lab as funded by Erin and the anti-MLM community. And yeah, no. Like, it's full of heavy metals. It's not necessary because ketosis, something that happens. I can't explain it, but I'll have to watch because I know that Brianna Jewell just did a video which broke it down really simply. I haven't watched it yet.
I guess excitement's not the right word, but almost excitement around it. And so I think that helps a lot too. You need platinum. It's time to grow. Let's go, Autumn. We're almost done. We are definitely almost done. I can see us closing in. I see people post their businesses on their page and not do good, but I'm told do it in your stories, not on your page. What do you say? I say do both. Just don't do it that often on your page, right? You can always archive things as well. For profile pictures, do you recommend business photos or family photos? Absolutely a photo of yourself. I don't want to do business with your son or your daughter or your llama or your cat or your dog. I want to do, or your family photo. I want to do business with whoever the person is that I'm talking to.
Excuse me? You don't want to do business with my dogs? Well, fuck you. They're very good business people, even though they wouldn't get on stream earlier, but I managed to grab Frida because she was in arm's distance. Yeah, this is bad advice. Just plain bad advice. Maybe feeling like Trish Paytas lately. Like, not actual Trish Paytas, but the meme, like, huh? Which I used to play all the time in my videos. Okay, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes, let's go.
Maggie says, can I sell you my notes for $20,000 so I can join Platinum today?
Good point.
Hustler. Funny. I like that. You guys are funny. It's funny. Okay, hold on. We're almost done. Yeah, support at bossy.com. This non-toxic nail polish is called, I don't remember, but a Platinum sent it to me as a gift. So Tara sent it to me. I'll get the brand and I'll put it on my social media. I keep picking at it now. But yeah. Okay. Yes, please just email support@boss.com for any pricing for platinum and stuff. You can see the payment plans. You can see all that stuff. The cheapest way to do it is the $20,000 upfront for the year. Correct. Go live without makeup is a bad idea. No, it's a good idea, especially if you're somebody who go if you sell makeup, Zarina. If you go, okay. By the way, just be yourself. You guys, if you watch me, I go live looking like like an under the bridge troll sometimes, like not like the cute treasure trolls with the colored hair. I look like a dump truck half the time. Like I have like the crazy bun on my head. I don't care. Like you're like I get it. I can be like don't care, right? If I'm doing like some very professional business thing, yes, I take time to look a little nicer. Okay, I'll spruce it up, whatever. Okay, but I like showing people who the heck I am. I like people going, you know what? I don't feel like I look like a supermodel, and Jessie Lee's up on here looking definitely not like a supermodel. I think I will do business with her. Okay, there's something about the relatability. Also, I wear a tremendously small amount of makeup now compared to what I used to wear because I'm in this, and it's all non-toxic now. I'm in this super non-toxic phase of my life. So, and if you're European, you don't understand why these Americans slather makeup on their face anyway. So, all my European friends are like, dude, like, what is with the Americans? They look like Bratz dolls. I'm like,
well, not all of them. Also, there's non-toxic makeup. There just is. Like, you don't have to.
I don't know. Okay, I did it too. What can I say? But just be yourself, okay? What book am I reading currently? Where is my Kindle? I don't know where it is. It's it's a book. I don't know what I'm reading books so fast. I'm reading a book a day. The book I'm reading right now is actually a book about CrossFit. I forget what it's called, but it's a mindset book. I'll get the book name for you. But I read so many books, and I'm reading like 4 or 5 books a week, just so you guys know. All right. So constantly, I read really fast. Sylvie's face just now looked crazy. As fast as I talk, imagine how fast I read. All right, I read a lot.
Sure.
I'm constantly a student, constantly. Your niche is mostly Disney adults. You want to attract teachers. Is it detrimental to your business to share teacher tips instead of business related content? No, you can have both legs of that for sure. Hashtags grow on social.
No, please don't do that. Teachers have it hard enough in America. They have to like possibly get shot at, as well as treated like crap by students. No, please fucking don't put that in the mix. Bad advice again.
Only on TikTok does that really work anymore. It doesn't really work on Instagram or anything like that. Does it make your business look bad if you start looking for an extra full-time, part-time job? No, I love it. I don't want anybody coming from a place of desperation in their business because you start having commission breath. You start chasing people like, please join my team, Olivia, Keisha.
That's what you do all the time. That's like your life. It's what you've been doing this whole time with this fucking recruiting challenge. Join my platinum, join my platinum, join my platinum. And a ring ring, hello. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether we'd talk again today. Almost called you earlier on the stream. Yeah, but it was who was it? It was Doug. Yeah, I was gonna tell you about Doug. Yeah, I hate his capri pants as well. Anyway, she's talking about how is Jessie Lee, how you shouldn't have commission breath on everybody. Yeah. She said that with a straight face while pitching her accelerator endlessly for days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, quite the contradiction, Kettle. Yeah, anyway, I'll let you go. All right. What? They're cute. How can you see me? Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks. Bye. Doesn't mean calling the kettle black. Hot calling the kettle black. Is she for real? Like she hasn't been fucking pitching the accelerator for days on days on days.
Laura, Carrie, Christina, join right now. Chris, like, and
Join my
nobody's attracted to that.
accelerator.
Okay. So if you need to have a job or do Uber or Uber Eats or whatever the heck to have some extra money, do it. Do it. Okay. All right. And let's see. Chris says, I will sell my notes and feet pics. Maria, I don't see your question. I'm sorry, honey. Aaron just joined platinum. Let's go, Aaron. Welcome. I drink caffeine free of my product. Yes. Let's see. I look awesome. Thank you. Okay. Have a red mind gem. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to read it tomorrow. Okay. So, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm at the bottom. Well, Melinda says, when you read a book, how do you retain or implement what you read? Okay. I'll give you a really good tip. Okay. So now that I have this Kindle, you can highlight stuff. This is new to me. Okay. I've only had a Kindle for 3 weeks. This is new, but old school Jessie Lee, I can open any book. And what I do is I will underline just like a pencil or pen. I will underline whatever I like. If I go, oh, I could train on that, like on any page. And then in the front of the book, you guys are like, here's the book. So like I'm on this page, like I like underline or highlight.
Does she think people are stupid? The front of the book. The page. Would you explain that? People know what parts of the books are there. Are you kidding? It's so silly. Like, it's so condescending. And really, that's how you take in stuff. You underline and highlight like it's a fucking... Everybody does that. Oh my God.
Stuff. I will write page 64 in the front cover, page 64, and I'll write training on blah, 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 whatever it is. So anytime, like if I'm rushed or something, or somebody says, if like Michelle messages me, please teach my team this, blah, 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 I can like open any book, read really quickly. Okay, this is a training on sales, training on marketing, training on blah, 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 blah. Okay, page 96, boom. And then I'll go over it really fast and then boom. So that's what I do. That's what I used to do with notes. So that might help you guys out a lot. All right. I love you guys. We still have tomorrow a VIP day, and I am way over time today. So thanks for hanging out and rocking with me as long as you guys did. I'll see you tomorrow. Any questions about platinum or whatever, support@bossy.com. I'm here for you guys. Appreciate you a ton. And I hope this has been really valuable for you again today. So I feel like we're really getting to know each other in this VIP room. I don't know where the other 600 people are, but you 200 are my homies. All right. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Really? There's only 200 people on that? Yeah, I knew it was going to be bad. Wasn't prepared for how bad it was going to be. Oh, she is so contradictory. Everything she does, I don't even know if she's aware of how much she contradicts herself. Like, it is on another level. And just, like, the VIP was meant to be extra training, I thought. Not just Q&A. Like, that seems really... Oh, I wonder if my dad is mowing. Yeah. I don't know, it just seemed weird that it wasn't actual training, it was just Q&A, because that's what she did on the Saturday as well. Like, her extra day was just a Q&A. I think I might watch tomorrow's, like, the VIP, because I think that's when she is going to get real desperate with the platinum. All right, thank you for being your friend. Travel around the world and back again. My heart is true. You're a friend and a confidant. I just said confidant. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Gotta get back on the magic train. Okay. Love you all. Well, I love you, just like Jessie Lee said. Love you guys. I don't love you guys, okay? Not like in a bad way. It's as in I don't know anybody. I love Val and Gus and DC, Karina, Aaron and JJ and Savannah. Yeah, I love those guys. Ava, love them. But Auntie MLM. Yeah, so there's a couple of people that I love. Auntie Lushy, another auntie. Charlene. Ove. Lots of people. Love lots of people. But I don't love like thousands of people like Jessie Lee pretends to. Also, P.S. Don't sell your friendship. That's weird. Okay. Just get a cameo. Like, if that's what you want to do, open your own Cameo. What am I talking about? Open your own Cameo, Jessie Lee. I'm sure there'll be like some people who would do that, but she probably put her prices too much. Okay. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye.